Unmurray your tibulum! My name is NoNoNoah, and welcome back to I Wani Hug That Gator. This should be Ending 4, and I'm so fucking excited because we've been through the entirety of terrible times, and I'm ready for just something good. So, here we go. The sun was hanging low by the time the pizza was finished, which meant it was time. It didn't take much to convince Damien or Mr. Payne to take me out to the fountain once Olivia fully explained why. We arrived at the deserted park just as the sun sank behind the horizon. Hurriedly, Damien, Randy, and I got to work. The male Paynes held the windscreen protector of Randy's car for me, doing their best to direct the remaining rays of light towards the fountain. The focus was just the details of it, after all. The more references for Olivia, the better. No words, just the task at hand, constantly moving to also keep warm and serious. The only thing to stop us was the daylight finally vanishing. My memory card was filled completely with reference shots for Olivia, a good 100 and some from every conceivable angle. And arriving back, Sophia had unfolded the couch into a bed for me. It hadn't even occurred to me how late it could be, or how bad the weather could end up. I feel like I'm frozen to the core, combined with my clothes becoming damp from the melting frost. Instead, Olivia dragged me onto the lumpy mattress of the couch bed, sitting right beside me so I could go through the photos with her. The rest of the household slunk off to bed shortly after, leaving just the two of us in the living room. Just huddled together looking through my camera. We were the only ones still up. And while I wasn't cold anymore, Olivia insisted on keeping me warm, by laying across my lap as if she were a very gator-shaped blanket. Hey. She contorts herself around until she can look into my eyes. Yeah? About earlier. You still owe me. Come on, seriously? It was just a bite. It wasn't just a bite. Her face is on fire, but her eyes remain locked on mine. That didn't count. What? That peck on the nose. That doesn't count. Olivia, I don't understand. That was our first kiss. First kiss? Oh! I hadn't even considered that it was our first kiss. Suddenly, my face begins to heat up rapidly. It just came to me, and it felt so natural to do it. Well, alright, She crosses her arms. Olivia might have looked intimidating if she weren't also splayed out across my lap while she did it. So you want an actual... with interest. A fair trade. Even as I look down at her with incredulity, Olivia maintains a serious face and posture. Locked in a staring contest with her, I feel my lack of shades has weakened my defenses. I cave in. Alright, I owe you a real kiss. And what else? I want to go on a date. An actual romantic date. The split second I get my chair back. Alright. So the first part. Olivia's hands reach up, latching onto the sides of my head. I expected her to drag me down roughly, but instead I can feel her hands shake as she slowly guides me downward. It's awkward and slightly painful how I have to twist at my waist to meet her, but it's worth it. It's soft, chaste, skin and scale pressing lightly together. The hot air of our breath intermingles. I support myself with my arms over her. Her arms move from my head to around my neck. Our eyes grow heavy. I don't know who faded first, but Olivia clung to me as we drifted to sleep just like that. I stir from my sleep as the morning sunlight begins peeking through the glass back door. It's quiet. The only real sign of life is the light breathing of the girl holding me close. She's wrapped her arms around one of mine, gently nibbling my shoulder in her sleep. She's warm. I started drifting back to sleep, lulled in by Olivia's soft breathing. My thoughts adrift between sleep and awake. They're puzzle pieces that slowly come together in a single unified phrase that wholly captures what I'm feeling. I love her. I feel a horrible disturbance approaching. It's Vinny! I knew it was going to be Vinny. Hey, Caleb, wake up! The cursed beast plants both of its feet into my chest, shaking me by the collar. Olivia responds by swatting him clean off me with her tail. Oh, okay, bye, Vinny. He's fine. Olivia sets herself up, wiping the sleep from her eyes. Morning, Inko. Saturday morning. I check on my phone, says that it's 7:30. 4 hours too early. Barely. I sit up, narrowly missing Vinny's second landing zone. He's got the cable remote. The TV flickers to life, and Vinny starts flicking through the channels at a speed only he can comprehend. Morning, Inko. Damien enters from the hallway. Sorry about the wake-up call. It's Vinny's favorite season. Winter? Hockey. Vinny cheers loudly, and I looked at the screen to see a player being brutally slammed into the protective glass of the ice ring. Ah. So, should we move? Nah, too comfy. Yeah. I'm hungry. Go make breakfast. What do you want? A big plate of eggs and bacon. I think I'd burn the kitchen down first. There's plenty of cereal left there if you want some. Olivia drones dramatically. Fine. Gently untangling my... Sorry, everybody. I'm insane. Gently untangling myself from Olivia's grasp, I shoot Damien a thumbs up as I make my way to the kitchen. A quick search through the cupboards and the fridge nets me the necessary components, and I manage to avoid destroying the kitchen as I pour cereal and milk into 2 plastic bowls. As I give each bowl a spoon, a vibration emanates from my pocket. I whip out my phone and check what it's for. It looks like there's a new 3-hour analysis of the 3rd-place speedrunning world record of Wii Golf. The thumbnail displays the record holder's face with an arrow pointing to it and text proudly advertising the Ponut Slurp Strat. I'm not really much in the mood for these recently. I'll mute the notifications. And done. As I return to the living room, the scene is a lot more lively. The 2 brothers are commentating the match to one another while gently shaking the couch in excitement. Olivia has since sat up and wrapped herself in the blanket, only opening a spot for me once I approach. I take the seat, offering her the bowl of sugary goodness, which she greedily accepts. Not too long after we've cuddled together again, she leans my head against her shoulder. Despite the ruckus, I'm able to find the perfect spot to snuggle with Olivia and enjoy her warmth. This is nice. We do our best to withstand Vinny's ramblings about hockey teams, though it seems like he's more interested in which team gets in the most fights rather than the wins the most. I look towards Olivia ever so often, worried that she might be losing interest in just sitting here, but she always reassures me with a gentle smile, one that says she wouldn't have it any other way. Sharing in her contentment, we continue to snuggle on the couch together, occasionally cheering with the brothers as they celebrate the successes of the hockey team. Damien and Vinny start shouting in victory as the home team gets the final score. What a slap shot! Heard the excitement in the room. Watching hockey again? Sophia settles herself onto the recliner, opening up her laptop. Oh, the school's weekly newsletter just came in. Turn that volume, Damien. Sure thing. Alright. First, it says there's a basketball game this Friday against the Tail Spikes, and for preparation for finals, tutoring will be open after school for everyone that needs it. Damien. I got it covered, Mom. Liz is helping me out. I hope so. Senioritis won't be tolerated here. Oh, this is interesting. To all our students, you are invited to St. Hammond's High School's 201M2023 BC Winter Formal. Winter Formal? Damien yawns and stretches his arms behind his back. Yeah, some event for seniors they got every year. Basically a dance, but more fancy. It's like the biggest event of the year. You know, next to graduation or prom or whatever. I don't think any of my previous schools ever did something like this, just regular dances. Immerse yourself in the serene beauty of wintry night sky with music, food, entertainment, and much more. We will also be hosting a special memorial for one of St. Hammond's finest teachers who has recently passed, Mr. Trent Latican. Shoot, that's going to be tough to see. The event will take place at Volcadera Convention Center on Friday, December 15th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets for the Winter Formal are now on sale online or in Miss Brocklin's class from room 211. Finally got it right! $15 for one and $30 for couples. Please read our event dress code to know what will and will not be tolerated for the formal. Have a great weekend. Go Feathertails. Well, it seems you 3 have something to look forward to next month. Miss Payne closes her laptop with a smile and sets it aside. Mom, it's about that time. She gasps and checks the clock on the wall. I nearly forgot! Vinny, get your kimono on. I saw the car. It's called a G, Mom. I'll probably be running some errands while he's at karate, so I'll be out until dinner. I'm sure Vinny didn't mean to karate drop my throat as I got up. He's just eager to get to class. The back rubber from Olivia helps to clear my airway quicker, at least. Well then... Damien switches on some game and slumps in his familiar position in the recliner in mere seconds. I don't even know how he keeps track of the blur of colors on screen. I feel like it's going to give me a seizure if I look too hard. Olivia tugs at my arm. Hey, want to head back to my room and watch something? What do you have in mind? Nothing in particular. I'm sure I'll find something good. Alright. Oh, dear God. I follow Olivia's proud march into her room. The scent of paint is still a bit strong, but when is it not in here? It's impressive how she manages to actually hop from kneeling on the floor to kneeling onto her bed. Her tail pats the open spot next to her as an invitation. But not for me, as Guts seems to scurry out from wherever he was hiding to curl right up against Olivia's thigh. So I take the spot opposite of him, settling in right next to Olivia as she opens her laptop. On the screen, I see a plethora of folders with incomprehensible names, with multiple brackets alternating between kanji and English. Olivia's cursor files between each folder, her eyes scrunch in concentration as she tries to find the perfect show. She finally makes a choice, though what it is, I don't know. The name is all Japanese, written in English. There's like six different things in brackets denoting the language, aspect ratio, and more obscure details. What the fuck? Is she fucking torrenting shit? A media player pops open, and the first thing to pop up is the silhouette of a parasaurus in old Japanese attire. And then the pop music started in English. At first I was apprehensive with her pick, but it really was a good show. I'm fully enraptured by the patchy samurai story, along with his budding romance with the young human girl who maintains her family's dojo. We fully settle in, Olivia splaying out across her bed and giving me just enough space to sit with my back against the wall beside her. While I'm fully enjoying the story, split equally between intense sword fights and bouts of lighthearted comedy, my thoughts go back to something else. Formal. And how to actually ask her to do it. She's already going, since it's also Mr. Latikin's memorial. Olivia already asked me out on a date, kinda. I'd argue strong-armed into it, but then again I want to go out with her, so... It was a very Olivia of her. So what would be Inko's way of doing it? Looking around for inspiration, I noticed that my girlfriend has left out a lot of her sketch material. Balled-up papers and her sketch pad right by my knee. Guts laying atop her colored pencil case. And a mechanical pencil digs into my palm. Heh. While Olivia is focused on her laptop screen and the oddly not-so-bloody sword fights on it, I begin my greatest plan to date. First, I sketch what's meant to be a full-body portrait of Olivia. Yeah, okay! Though the wheelchair ends up looking like it's a normal chair with rocks for wheels, her hands being just claws and her tail shrunken down to a quarter of its actual size, it still resembles her. I clip on the mechanical pencil and slowly reach over with the pad, nudging the back of Olivia's head. She swats at it and eventually grabs it, yanking it from in front of her, and then her tail starts wagging a bit. Bingo. It searches for my arm and wraps around it while Olivia furiously jots something down on the page. I lean forward to lay on my stomach beside her when she passes it back. She's drawn on an equally rough portrait of me, with my shades missing and my jacket looking more like a button-up. For a while, the two of us resume our drawing game from the start of the school year. Oh my good god. Oh my god. Did you say racism? Over the course of the Samurai Show run, we decorate numerous sheets from her sketchpad with nonsensical doodles. Alright, it's time. I make sure my arm's position is shielding the page. This next drawing has to be special, and I see just the spot for it. My heart flutters a bit as I look it over. Could it be a little bit better? No, it's perfect. I pass the sketchpad over just as I have a dozen times now. Olivia stares at the little doodle on the page. I hear her breathing pick up. She pulls the pad aside, well out of my vision. I feel the whole bed wobble as she furiously scribbles something down. It sure is taking a while. On screen, the battle whatever has just finished an epic duel, winning an intelligent use of technique in his sword sheath, all without killing anyone. The pad is plopped in front of me. In 3 seconds. Oh boy. Oof. Olivia buries her snoot into the back of my head, nuzzling it aggressively. She's making those bellowing noises again. I'll take that as a resounding yes. You're not gonna let me up, are you? No, you're all mine. She keeps bellowing, but her focus slowly returns to the episode. For the rest of it, we remain like this. I got big plans. Just you wait. 1 week later, my shoes crunch through the layers of snow beneath me. Behind me, the trail is quickly swept over by fresh snowfall. The cold bites at any flesh it can reach, my eyes, my ears, my nose, my exposed hands as it carries my precious cargo. Somewhere in the distance, a dog barks. I am alone in this frigid wasteland, and to think this started so simply just 4 days ago. I'd gotten into a new routine at the start of the school week. Wake up, head to school, do my thing until the bell rings, then head on over to the Payne residence to check on Olivia. She texted me that the drafting for the painting was finished, and now it was time for the real task of filling the canvas with color. Every time I'd come over, I would find her sitting at the edge of the bed with a brush in her hand, analyzing the canvas with the kind of fire in her eyes that only a visionary like her would have. Back on Tuesday, I got a real craving for root beer. Olivia told me there was a gas station up the street and around the corner, and I asked if I could get her a normal cola with a strange side-eye. The trip was frigid, and I probably should have seen where this was going, but the soda was well worth it. Once Olivia found out I could survive the journey, she started requesting I go make more resupply missions. Then I got caught on a return trip by Vinny and Randy. Short version of the story, I'm now the resupply man for the household. I go out to get precious rations for my poor, freezing, shivering girlfriend and the other survivors of this inhumane climate of 31 degrees. It's been tough work, but it's been a blast. As I approach the front door, one of the survivors eagerly smushes his face into the glass window, ecstatic to see my triumphant return. The door opens for me and slams shut as I'm yanked in before the chilly air can creep in with me. I stumble forward and finally collapse onto the couch, into Olivia's waiting arms. The moment my butt hits the comforter, she spreads out the large blanket she has open and enshrouds me in a warm, scaly embrace. Can't let my personal heating rock lose its warmth. Appreciate it. Olivia nuzzles in the crook of my neck and wraps her tail around my waist, trying her best to warm me up. One would assume that a literal cold-blooded Sarian would be a terrible way of warming up. Well, whoever they are, they're dead wrong! Setting the plastic bag on the floor, it begins getting passed around and everyone removes their various goodies. In seconds, Damien's chugged his battery acid energy drink. Ah, that's what I needed. Say, you up for another trip, Inko? Olivia signals to Vinny, who takes the empty bottle and bops him in the back of the head with it. Oh, Inko, while you're out, I finally thought of something. For our date? Yeah, you'll love it. It's... Knock, knock, knock. Olivia's breath catches. The two of us await in anticipation as Randy opens the door. But we know what it is already. Olivia, package for you! My head jostles to and fro, Olivia's excitement translating physically to her arms, quaking wildly around my collar. Settle down, settle down. Randy heps the box containing her new wheelchair parts into the living room and sets it in front of the TV. Want me to set it up for you? Actually... Olivia lifts herself off the couch and starts pushing against the box, sliding it towards her room. Inko and I can do it. Alright. Olivia waves me to join her as she props the door open and pushes the heavy-looking box into her room. Come on, come on! What are you waiting for? Let's get to it! She's so joyous! I'm so excited! We sit on the edge of the bed with the box before us. Olivia takes a deep breath and extends a single claw, and in a single motion slices the tape open, letting the box flaps loose. She starts picking the individual parts out and laying them around. While she does so, I pick out the instructions. Really? What? Come on, give me that. She takes the instructions and rips them to bits. Won't need that. I've had to fix my own chair since I was a kid. Why you? I break it, I fix it. Simple as. And I broke a lot when I was younger. Okay, curiosity piqued. How? Olivia turns with the biggest grin on her face. Ramp jumps. She doesn't elaborate, instead waddling over to her desk to retrieve a small hex key set. For the next 15 minutes, we begin to assemble the wheelchair. As it turns out, building this shit thing isn't as complicated as I thought it'd be. Most of it is really just as simple as connecting tab A into slot B. There's an innuendo there. We're near finished now. The metal frame stands proud, missing everything needed to make it comfortable, like the seat. This bit connects to the handles there. Alright. So, you were about to tell me an idea that I'd love for a date? Oh, yeah. Have you ever been to a hibachi grill? I've heard of them. They're great. You gotta try it. They sit you down at the table, right? And in the middle of the table is a big flat-top grill. Then the chef... Hand me that piece right there. Thanks. Then the chef comes in with this cart full of the stuff that you ordered. Once the grill gets hot, they start cooking the food right in front of you. And then they bring a whole new meaning to playing with your food. Sounds pretty sweet, right? By the way, that goes the other direction. Clank. Oops. Yeah, that honestly sounds pretty fun, Liv. It's like dinner and a show, but dinner is the show. Been wanting to eat at a place like that for years. Alright then, as soon as we finish this, let's call for a table and go. Yes! Olivia's arm and tail wrap around me in a hug, her other hand preoccupied with adjusting the chair's seat at the perfect height. After attaching the armrest to the handle, I stand up in triumph over the fully built mobility chair. Well, I can safely say that your new wheelchair is completely by yours truly. You put the wheel on backwards there. See, if it had sat in that, it would have crumpled and it would have killed me. Oh. She lightly taps me with one of the spare parts. Yeah, so stop trying to kill me, dummy. Just to be safe, we're probably going to have to go back a few steps to make sure this thing is built correctly. Wonderful. Finally, it's done. Olivia inspects my work, nodding in approval on occasion and adjusting a few parts. Carefully, she moves herself from her bed into the seat. So how is it? Darn it, my legs still don't work. Yeah, you did great. Feels just like the old one. Great job, Inky. Whew. Don't sigh yet. The night's just getting started. Her tail slithers around her wrist, inviting me to take the wheel. You ready? Yeah, it'll be cold. I'll be fine. I got a personal furnace with me. Moon silver irises turn to me half-lidded, letting me know that my real role in Olivia's life. Letting me know what my real role in Olivia's life is now. Furnace? Not something sweeter like heated blanket or comforter? Yeah, no. I say that, and then my aunt and uncle would be giving me the talk all over again. That is true, although I'd love to see that scene play out. Also, how would that work? I have so many questions. Does she have one? I wouldn't think so. I don't know enough about alligators. Before we knew it, we were admiring passing buildings as our rail car races towards the city. One thing we noticed were the Christmas lights tangled around the inside of the metro, which gave it a much cozier vibe. As we near the concrete jungle, even the streetlights and buildings grow infested with the holiday cheer. I can only imagine what this place will look like in the coming days. Definitely coming back later with Olivia along with my camera. After a bit of walking and sightseeing, we arrive in the city's Japanese district, Little True Dawn. As eager as I am to look around and immerse myself in the surroundings, Olivia's appetite for hibachi outranks it. You can always check it out after, anyways. Heading inside, there's a distinct smell in the air that enters my nose. I can't pinpoint what it exactly smells like, but the word aromatic comes to mind. Konnichiwa! Welcome! A table for two, I presume? Yes, I called early for a reservation. The waitress takes a moment to look at the table placed in front of her. Ah, yes, table for Mr. Nito and guest. Follow me. She grabs us a menu and leads us to the main dining area. As we're guided through the restaurant, I take in the interior design, seeing various set pieces, decor, and portraits of famous actors posing with who I assume is the owner of the restaurant. Entering into the main dining area, the sound of lively conversation floods my ears, as does the savory fragrance of the food being cooked for the other patrons. Just as Olivia said, each table had a grill in the center where a chef was chopping, dicing, and slicing. I can feel my mouth filling up with drool with each passing moment. Finally, we reach our table, where another party occupies the other seats. Enjoy! So, how would you... My hand waves over Olivia around her chair's handlebars. Olivia seems to understand what I'm about to entail because without a word, she effortlessly hoists herself out of her wheelchair onto the dining chair. I fold the wheelchair, place it in a nearby wall, and seat myself next to her. Nice! So, how you feeling so far, Liv? Olivia smiles, letting her cold fingers splay out near the grill before us. Her tail curls up over the counter and joins them. I join her for a second, warming my knuckles. I already like this place. It's like a combo of a show, a dinner, and a sauna. I reach for the menu that sits between us. Let's see. You already know what you want to get. Sushi? They got the good stuff here. She points to something on the menu. I don't have hope for ever pronouncing it correctly. Nevertheless, it looks appetizing. What about you? I'm thinking something warm and filling. Oh, what about this dish then? She points at one of the specialty dishes titled True Dawn Delight. Chicken breast, hibachi steak, and colossal shrimp, lightly seasoned and grilled. Ah, kind of like a variety dish. Does sound good enough for me. At variety, an idea overcomes me, and I scan the menu thoroughly. The section in particular takes up nearly the entire page. It's something I recalled from some of the foodie blogs I'd read. Hey, why don't we try all the appetizers? What? Laying the menu flat before her on the appetizer page, her eyes widen at how many choices there are. Yeah, like, we should try sampling everything and see which is best. That'd be really expensive, though, right? It would. Each plate already costs over $15 for a fucking appetizer? Jesus Christ! But consider the experience! Inko... You're insane. I can see her practically salivating as she looks at the page. How about half, then? That'd still be around 7 plates, but I'm sure I can cover that much. Okay. She cuts me off before I can cheer. But not all at once. Huh? I want to appreciate the show, too. So 2 dishes at a time. It's a week concession, and I already figure Olivia's plan to fill up early to save my bank account. Sure. So which do you... We debate which appetizers to pick and start with our voices now mingling with the rest of the ambience as we wait to order. By the time anybody comes around, we've compiled a list of the most appealing sounding options. Eventually, a chef approaches our table with a large fork and blade in hand, scraping the two against each other in a theatrical manner before greeting us and heating up the stove. He uses a nearby container of oil to cover the cooking surface in the shape of a smiley face before settling the assortment on fire and spreading it across the stove with a blade. The second staff member drops off a cart filled with uncooked meats and veggies that will soon become our dinner. With his ingredients ready, the chef starts his performance, expertly spinning his razor-sharp utensils with a grin on his face. Vegetables diced and stacked into explosive minifigures. Meat sizzled, flipped, and thrown through the air. Fish and shrimp sliced and juggled around the chef without even looking. Even as we were served up our starting orders, we were entirely too focused on the master chef. Olivia's completely enthralled by the performance. Not that she's the only one. The dexterity and skill the chef has with our food isn't like anything I've ever seen of a high-class restaurant my parents dragged me to before. After a minute or two of watching the chef's culinary showmanship, the couple beside us receive their order. He eases over a step to now stand before Olivia and I, his eyes carefully scanning a tiny scrap of paper before nodding. Konnichiwa, my hungry-looking friends. Oh, I'm definitely hungry-looking, but Olivia? Looking at her, Olivia's eyes are the size of her plate. Her lips are trembling over her smile, and her chopsticks creak within her fingers. First time here, I assume? Mine too. Hi, new friends, to our lovely city. Allow me to give you a proper Volcadera welcome. Before I can tell him we aren't tourists, the cook sets down a pre-peeled onion on the grill. With a sharpened spatula and tongs, the onion is cut expertly, and then its rings separated and stacked into a neat cone. When he then raises a finger with a smile, I can't help but lean forward. He holds up a bottle of clear liquid and squirts it into the cone. Whoosh! I reel back at the sudden heat erupting from the onion cano. Fingers tapping just above my eyes. Oh shit, my eyebrows! You're fine, Inko, relax. Confirming the few bits of hair is still on my head, the chef laughs and slides the onion creation around. Warm enough of a welcome? Quite. He laughs as the onions are added onto our first appetizer plate, a sampler of various garnished fish and meats. Olivia is quick to take a sizzling piece of steak and chomp on it, chewing on it even as if her eyes water from the heat of it. The chef notices and uses his spatula to slide Olivia's glass of water closer to her, which she uses to quickly cool her tongue. I'm happy to see you so eager to enjoy my cooking, but a good meal is best savored slowly. My hands rubs Olivia's back in comfort, but she still smiles and reaches for another cut of steak. Totally worth it. One by one, more of our appetizers are given to us. While I would normally go into detail about each one's unique flavors and how it affects my palate, only one thing really comes to mind. It's frickin' delicious. Olivia seems to have the same sentiment, currently scarfing down the rest of our salmon rolls. Any couples here tonight? For a moment I glance at the girl beside me, enjoying her own little moment as she chows down on her food. We are. Ah, well, it's the holiday season, which means... The chef hovers his prongs over our heads, with something green placed on its end. It's mistletoe. A kiss between the gentleman and the Wani girl, yes? Tender. A lingering pleasantness fills my heart as the chef tosses the mistletoe on a steak, revealing its true identity as a garnish. Hey, what does Wani mean? It means gator. Ooh, I guess I do look like a gator. Yeah, I'm always thinking of you as the green gator girl. Really? What, as opposed to green Baronix girl? Do you see Damien refer to him as the red Dilphosaurus guy too? Hey, I'm Inko. Wow, I just heard a noise. I craned my head towards the direction of the pink Dilphosaurus. Oh god, I can't say those words. I get it. Good. Everyone, I just met a Triceratops. In fact, I met two. Shut up! I use my chopsticks to fling an onion over to her. She deftly chomps it out of the air. Okay, who ordered the scallions? Oh, that's us! With one last bite of shrimp, we finished our meal. The chef spins his utensils and gives us a bow, bidding us a wonderful evening. I manage to slip him a generous tip as thanks for his hospitality. As the waitress hands me the bill, she asks if we'd like some complimentary ice cream, which Olivia happily accepts. Some dessert sounds good right now, so why not? It's not long until we're cutting open sweet, flaky shells of fried cake batter to get it to the cool and tasty ice cream cores of our free deep-fried ice cream. Cold be damned. I need something sweet to cap that off. Actually, hey, will you be alright for a while? I got an idea. Alright. Trust me, I'll be back. There's a general store right across. Excellent. I cross. Hopefully they have what I have in mind. I'm back. Your ice cream was starting to melt. I was considering eating it. Rude! After I went out and got these just for you? I handed her the plastic bag. Pocket warmers? How considerate of you, Inky. She stuffs them in the pocket of her hoodie, cracking them to start the heating. I grab her wheelchair and unfold it next to her, offering a hand to help her into it. There's still a whole city out there. Want to go see? She takes my hand, interlocking her fingers between my own. Absolutely. Back outside, I finished the last of my dessert and let out a sigh of satisfaction. That was delicious. Couldn't agree more, though I'm not sure how fond I am of having the smell of hibachi on my clothes. Better that than cologne you always use. You noticed that? Her head suddenly turns away, focusing instead on the open-air market in the distance. Well, we're in Little Trudon. The weather makes foot traffic non-existent. The town is ours. Where do you want to go first? She looks positively giddy, looking around the stores, looking for the best place to start. That way. I got a great feeling about it. Are we going to stumble across the performers again? I'm imagining that's probably what's going to happen. With Olivia as my guide, we make our way towards the shopping center. Man, as if the main part of the city's holiday lighting wasn't captivating already, Little Trudon is just as whimsical. Fairy lights wrap around the street lamps, while paper lanterns hang out along the streets, illuminating our path in a reddish hue. Holiday cheer and cultural tradition meshed perfectly together. We're here. Here, looking to be some kind of Arabian bazaar from a movie, except built into a building. There's walls and even a ceiling, though the ceiling is plastic and semi-transparent. But the walls are all cut into with cheap canopies jutting from the tops of the openings, with so many colorful knickknacks hanging from them, and over tables equally filled to bursting with a plethora of items. Every other stall I see a seller stationed right next to is a cheap heater waving and shouting at anyone who passes by. While the streets had looked devoid of people, the shopping center was packed to the brim. That's the one. The one? I just know it. Lead the way. As we get closer, I can't help but notice the variety of interesting items being sold. Cheap-looking toys that light up and make music, t-shirts from various decals and vulgar jokes, and jade jewelry that looks like it was handmade this morning. All of which have signs marking their prices that, frankly, reflect their quality very poorly. Further down the shopping center, we reach a section of the indoor market that looks almost like a convenience store. Shelves upon shelves of exotic produce are placed along every wall of the store. In the center are displays showcasing snacks and candies with ineligible signs and cutesy mascots. The ceiling is now covered in greenery, more paper lanterns and banners adorning more Japanese text. Olivia's eyes light up with glee upon seeing the wide variety of oriental goodies. You know, let's just make this our Christmas shopping. She nods and grins, and we start scanning each stall slowly. Immediately, I'm drawn to one that is exceptionally vibrant from all the toys on show. Some of the plastic figures are even making noises, though there's a certain rattiness to them. Still, I'm sure I can find something for Vinny. Recalling our first meeting, I look for any Power Raptor figure I can find on the table. Aha! Picking up a package figure, I wave Olivia over from her sugary treat hunting. Think Vinny will like this? She quirks an eyebrow briefly and then gives me the flattest stare I've ever seen. No. Aw, why not? Inko, that's such a shitty bootleg. It's like not even named right. I look at the package of the small green figure. Powerful Raptorials. Huh. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is cheap knockoffs. If you want the good stuff, you gotta look in the back. The back? She rolls her eyes but motions for me to follow. Olivia wheels herself past the table and deeper into the stall. The first thing I notice is how there's even more boxes of toys along one wall. And opposite to that is a wall covered with lots of swords, knives, and other potentially lethal things. Instead of looking at the toy wall, Olivia's eyes are glued to the weapon racks. I don't think Sophia would approve. Yeah, no. It takes a colossal effort It takes colossal effort on her part to turn herself around. God damn. I don't know how English works anymore, partially from how cramped the space is, but mainly on how her eyes lingered on a particular sword on the shelf. Looking closer, it looks like the one from the show we watched together. Neat. Maybe. Nah, Sophia definitely wouldn't approve. Doesn't take long for Olivia to pick out a pair of toys to gift Damien's younger brother. Though I don't think wooden weaponry counts as toys. Our purchases were made, we moved on to the next person on our list and the next stall. We ventured through the halls deliberately, throwing ideas back and forth on ideas for the rest of the panes. I was astonished to find a jacket close in design to mine, but for a fraction of the price and just the right size for Damien. And Olivia pointed out a neat little statue of an insect carved out of amber of stone. She said it'd be perfect for Randy, so it's added to the pot. That left Sophia, and Olivia had brought us to a stall filled with textile materials. I hadn't known she was a seamstress, but Olivia explained that it's one of her favorite hobbies. Not knowing much on that matter, I let Olivia go and talk with the shopkeeper about what she was looking to buy, while I stayed close to the front. Near the cash register, I spot one of those tiny novel prize dispensers. One in particular catches my eye. It looks like some variation of whack-a-mole featuring little alligator heads. They're cute. She would love one of those. It just so happens I have 5 quarters. I turn the crank and get a spherical capsule in exchange. What you getting? Olivia, I got this for you. Ooh. I place the little toy in her hands, and she brings it closer to examine. Look, you can bop it with the little hammer. Neat. Neat. Ow! I know, just the place for it. This is going right in my little treasures hoard. Thought brings a smile to my face. Did you find what you were looking for? Yep. She pulls out a few colorful bottles of her chair's compartment. These babies will look great on canvas. They just had the colors I needed, too. Whoa. How's it different from regular paint from the store? It just is. But it just is. Okay. I actually got Auntie a roll of Filk silk. She always wanted to work with silk. An hour later, we've seen just about everything. Looks like it's just in time, too. All the friendlier stalls are starting to close down. I don't want to get caught in the tight alleyways in the city after dark, so Olivia and I call it a night and start heading back to the metro station. We make one last turn to come to the entrance and... whoa. Oh. It's a large circular clearing, the widest space I've seen around here. Probably meant for performers and such. In the center is a huge Christmas tree with colorful strings of lights connecting it to the surrounding stalls. How did we miss this coming in? Whoa. We both have to crane our necks to see the star on top. It looks mosaic, each panel a different color to create a star within a reef, an entirety of it aglow from a singular light source from within. The colored lights bounce off of us as we approach. They color Olivia's snout in reds, blues, purples, even some more vibrant greens. Even her breath, coming out as vapor, is lit up like it's part of the Christmas tree. For a moment, we stare at the Christmas tree in silence. All I can hear is the subtle ambience of our surroundings. It's serene. Was this a nice break? Yeah. But you know me, I'm itching to get back to it. We look back up at the tree. It's bright. Merry Christmas, Olivia. Christmas isn't until another few weeks. I know. Just felt like saying it. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Olivia's hand finds mine, our fingers intertwining slowly and our palms pressed warmly together. She doesn't speak, but her eyes convey so much. I carefully set down our shopping bags and take a knee beside her. She leans over her chair's armrest, bringing her head close until she can rest her chin on my shoulders. I can feel her lips move in a silent whisper as she nuzzles against me gently. A smile comes to my face as she mouths her appreciation for our first official date. Following her example, I lean my head back against her. My jaw moves, but no words come out. After all, we don't want to disrupt the peaceful silence. But still, I know Olivia understands my own wordless thanks as I feel her lips quirk into a smile. We stayed pressed together for some time, at least until my knees couldn't bear the stone floor and her scales couldn't handle the cold. Allowing the comfortable silence to continue, I stand up and slowly take us back to the station. The ride home, we're lucky enough to get the whole train car to ourselves. Olivia huddles close the whole way back. It's officially winter in Volcadera Bluffs, and as if to celebrate the occasion, tonight is St. Hammond's Winter Formal. Hard to believe it's already here. It really crept up on me. Whenever I remember the event coming up, I just force it out of my mind. The whole thing has me pretty anxious. It's like a date, but on a whole new level, like there's some formality to it. I better not mess this up. Oh my god, we're not getting ready at our house. What the fuck? It's a big night for myself and Olivia. I'm at her place now. She sits beside me on the bed, hard at work finishing the painting. I hold her other hand while she carefully brushes. On occasion, Olivia glances nervously at the clock. Each tick is another second possibly wasted. She's really working down to the wire. That's not to say she'd let the deadline creep up on her, of course. Quite the opposite. Every day after school and until bedtime, she's been working hard at it. And now it just needs the finishing touches. She was so anxious today, she's completely beside herself, pestering me during lunch and throughout our classes together about how she wants to finish right away to the point I had to talk her out of ditching class. She settled for dragging me back to her place the split second class ended. Good thing I thought ahead and brought my formal clothes the night before. Brand new mauve blazer by Gerard Barankny. Freshly tailored slacks, pressed to perfection, and polished black leather fist shoes to give myself that extra height. Tiny errant flecks of paint jump off the canvas beside me. Each one gives me a mini heart attack. She told me not to, but I could probably sneak a glance out of the corner of my sunglasses. As I try to get a peek, however, a claw gently flicks my cheek, followed by a little growl. No. No peeking. Come on, you said you needed my ear for support, and I can't even see it? No peek. Just sit. Sit and watch peak fiction. She gestures to the TV as she set up to play Manic as background noise. You think you'll finish in time? Absolutely. Careful not to wear out your fingers. I can make it. I just need you here. Just being near her was enough as support, though her tail would slither its way to me. It, along with Guts, occupied my lap, and my actual support became evident as I ran my hand ran over both scale and fur, eliciting cooing noises of comfort from my girlfriend and her pet. Really, I felt more like a glorified pet sitter watching over the oddest friendship between a snake and a rat, but it was part of her process, so I obliged, content to wait to see what Olivia can contribute in time. Plus, Olivia really did have good taste in shows. I'm a little disappointed I won't get to finish this one tonight. Alas, we have more important matters. Okay, I think it's ready. She holds a finger up to my lips, appraising her work. Scanning for any minute flaw. Yes, this is it. Oh, can I see? Not yet! It needs to dry. But I need to wash up for my big date. She holds out her hands absolutely splattered with purples and blues, and get changed. So, out. Wow, I'm being kicked to the street, no longer useful? Darn right, go mingle with the plebeians for a while. I squeeze her hand and get up from the bed. Come on, I want to show you my dress. Alright. 'Tis the season to be jolly, and the Payne's place lives up to the saying. From the roof to the floor, the house is decked out for the holidays, completely changing its atmosphere. Warm, nostalgic, inviting, comforting. Even outside, the house is adorned with an array of colorful Christmas lights. The rest of the Pains and Liz are lounging in the living room. Hey, everyone. Nico, is it true you ordered a I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be a surprise for her, hun. Oh, my bad. Thanks again for covering most of it, Inko. It's pretty exciting to get one of those. Yeah, Olivia's gonna love it. Maybe we'll finally fucking know what it is! God, we've been fucking talking about it and nothing's ever happened about it! Please! Something! Though I can't help but feel like we should have pitched it more. Ah, don't worry about it. It was my idea, after all. Nice jacket, by the way. Why, thank you. Just then, Damien takes a seat right next to Liz, casually slinging an arm around her. Yep! Damien looks my way with flickering eyebrows and a smug, toothy grin. He knows he's won. With suave moves like that, I should keep him in mind to use on Olivia. Sophia looks like she's about to burst with excitement and can't hold it in any longer. Oh, my little boy's all grown up to be a man. Mom! Now, son, it's every parent's God-given right to tease their kids. One day you'll be doing the same with yours. Yippee! You guys are gonna like this. You guys are gonna be like this all night. Where's Vinny when you need him? Didn't want your little brother being left out for having some fun tonight, so he's having a big sleepover with his karate team. And let's be fair, I'm not gonna risk that little rascal accidentally making a mess of anyone's outfits before their big night. As much as I love the little guy, the last thing I'd want is acid damaging my evening gown. You know, I think I'm coming down with something. Ah! Oh, stop it, you! For the next couple of minutes, we simply relax and wait for Olivia. Well, Damien and I relax. With the way he has his arm around Liz's waist, a blush begins to steadily grow from her cheeks down to her neck. Which is insane, because it probably takes 10 minutes. Kind of reminds me of the upside-down thermometer. Damien scooches her closer to him and uses his other hand to guide her flustered face towards his. He leans in and seemingly whispers something in her ear. And whatever it is that he said makes the Lizometer hit 1,000 degrees with an alerted yelp. His parents are grinning from ear to ear as she squirms at their gaze. Despite the embarrassment radiating off her like a fireplace, I don't feel too bad for her. I'm pretty sure this is what she wants. Though what the heck did Damien say to her? More so, is he doing this on purpose? Why are we all looking at that giant licorice whip? A scratchy voice draws my attention and I turn to see. Aww! I'm genuinely floored. The dress, the accessories, the makeup. Elegance springs to mind. Regal, too. But what escapes my lips is beautiful. Wow, she looks so much better. Oh my god. The others are also complimenting her, but she pays them no mind. She's looking only at me, as I am her. Bashfully, Olivia looks away at last, and I clear my throat. My cheeks feel exceptionally warm, and Olivia's practically aglow. You look beautiful, Olivia. Thanks, Iko. Auntie Sophia helped me with the dress. She twirls her chair about, allowing me to take her in from all angles. Oh, please, Olivia, you worked on that dress, too. Only with the fitting, Auntie. Her twirling finally stops so that she can bring her chair closer to me. I find myself on one knee, hands and arms, helping to ease her from her wheelchair and onto the couch. It's been second nature for a while. With Olivia settled nicely there, I retake my spot just beside her. A satin-gloved hand finds its place in my palm, and Olivia's head leans lightly against my shoulder. I feel as though my face is aflame with heat, yet I don't mind it as the girl beside me presses closer. Now, don't get too cozy, you two. Your ride to the foreman should be getting here any minute. Olivia's head leaves my shoulder so she could look to a Sophia. Aren't we taking Liz's car? I wouldn't mind, but with these clothes, nuh-uh. Inko thought of a better idea. We all pitched in, though. Olivia's looking at me now, squinting ever so slightly with scrutiny. What did you do? Well... Honk honk. That. I did that. Damien and Liz are already moving towards the door. I get up and take a hold of Olivia's wheelchair, stabilizing it for her. Inko, what? Good night, Randy, Sophia. I'll have her home tomorrow morning. Inko. Have fun, you two. Don't do anything we wouldn't. Randy. Olivia's head is still turning wildly between us all as I wheel her to the open front door. The Gator girl head finally stills, and I'm sure her eyes are wide as her saucers as she sees what's parked in front of the house. Figured for such a big night we deserved a ride in style. What about the tomorrow morning bit? Oh, well, we're gonna hang at my place after. Is that why I'm missing my favorite PJs? The limousine driver is already at the passenger door, holding it open for us. I gently push the wheelchair towards the vehicle as she continues to stare at it in the awestruck silence. Okay, wow, alright, this is... If I may? You may. I carefully take the painting from her with both hands and place it against the back seat. Once Olivia's satisfied, it's her turn. Wow, it's even nicer than on the website. Yeah, Inky, bar's free game, right? I throw Damien a thumbs up. It's all paid for, amigo, with a little help from Liz, of course. Awesome! Damien's already pulled 2 glass bottles of cola from the tiny fridge. Using his tooth like that was impressive, not gonna lie. He cracks open the second one with relative ease. For you. He gestures with his bottle if I'd like one. Sure. Careful you don't spill on the painting. Even a drop lands on it, I'll murder roll you. Yeah, of course. Can I see? No. No one lays a hand on it till we set it up in the memorial room. I promised myself that. Whoa, you made the painting without even looking at it? She did! Wow. Shut up, both of you. I lean back into the plush seating, letting my arms rest gently over Olivia's shoulders. She leans her head into my shoulder in response, a low coo escaping from her mouth. The skyline of Volcadera is painted in an evening glow as we relax to the low rumbling of asphalt on rubber. Christmas lights dance and flicker across the face of buildings, turning what would normally be a bland color palette into something much more vibrant. The whole ride there, we share drinks and stories of the past semester. It's like the party's already started. I've heard they got a big name disc jockey this year. I can't wait to dance. I'm dying to check out the buffet they've been posted about on the school site. I didn't know you checked on that. Special occasion. They got everything tonight, man. You name it. Burgers, pasta, steak, tacos. I'm losing my mind. Tacos, cakes, even some of those yummy leaves for Liz. Glad you thought of me. I'll be good for the buffet room first thing. You guys will be joining us for dinner. That's not a word. Maybe, but first, I want to get this painting on display as soon as possible. Thanks for helping me do this, Inko. I smile and squeeze Olivia's hand. She squeezes back. The shining moment finally comes as our limousine pulls into the open carport in front of the venue, drawing the attention of the crowd. We wait for another minute or so in anticipation before the passenger door opens wide. Taking initiative, I step out into the open as the driver sets up the wheelchair with a flourish. Our ride makes a great set piece and naturally draws the attention of everyone nearby as I ease Olivia into her chair gently. Whoa, was that? That's Inko and Olivia! Her dress looks amazing! Man comes in a whole-ass limo and I get here in a beat-up wagon. Olivia's smiling nervously while she carefully removes the painting from the back seat. I forget sometimes not everyone is so acclimated to this sort of attention. Have a good evening, sirs and madams. I thank the driver before we make our way to the entrance. A decorative red carpet stretches from the driveway and right into the venue, giving our walk inside a sense of glamour. We approach the sign-in table, where a sizable line of the other partygoers look our way. Figures. Oh, I'm an organizer with the painting for the memorial. You are too, sorta. What's that mean? It means we can just waltz right in. Sweet. Circumnavigating the line, we see a familiar blue dino handling the sign-in and looking exceptionally exhausted, though he smiles as usual when he sees us. His shifting eyes and rapid finger tapping indicate otherwise. Hey, you guys, you made it, and in a limo no less. Gotta travel in style. I couldn't agree more. Ben then makes eye contact with Olivia. And it's nice to see you up and about again, Olivia. I mean, crap, I didn't mean it like that. Hey, Ben. The tired teen double takes, clearly surprised that Olivia actually replied to him at all. Damien takes the moment to scribble a bit on the clipboard Ben was holding. Alright, we're signed in. Come on, Liz. Oh, dear. Be seeing you guys. Oh! Ben clears his throat as though to dislodge the shock clogging his airway from Olivia speaking to him for once. How've you been? Olivia scans him over briefly. I'm holding together, okay? Feel like making this has really helped. Would have liked for Latican to see this, but her snout motions down to the frame she's clutching tightly to. A heavy breath escapes Ben as his shoulders sag. Yeah, He sucks back in that breath, squaring his shoulders. I'm sure he's happy with it already, Olivia. My date looks down to her lap, eyes shut tight. But she has a soft smile and nods. Well, gotta keep the line moving. Don't want to keep everyone waiting out in the cold. Right. Ben hands us a clipboard along with a pen. Olivia and I sign in and hand it back to Ben. Great, you're all set. Thanks, Ben. Of course. Enjoy the night. I offer Ben a slight wave as Olivia and I continue forward. The memorial room is probably in one of the side halls. They should have given us a map. It won't be that hard to find. Olivia smirks as I take the lead, letting her hold the covered art piece closely. Just as I predicted, the memorial room isn't too hard to find. It's a smaller room, well lit and with little furniture. On the far end, a framed picture of Latican and some of his old pictures from his classroom. Some from him, some from his students. There's a few other students here paying their respects. Olivia taps my wrist with her tail and I let go. I walk alongside her as we approach the portrait. I wonder when this was taken. It can't have been that long ago. He looks just like he did earlier this year. Olivia slowly rolls up to the memorial, still clutching the covered art piece. Is there an easel or something around? I was told there'd be one. Oh, there's an adjustable hanger on the wall with bits to attach to the painting with hanging in a little baggie. Wow, they thought of everything. Yeah. Can you put the hangers on? I'll hold it steady. Sure. I get the baggie and Olivia stands the painting on her legs. Alright, take the covering off gently. Olivia watches carefully as I lift the cover. From this angle, I can't make out anything other than the same blues and purples. She breathes a sigh of relief when she sees nothing got damaged on the trip over. Okay, I fasten the hangers to the back of the wooden structure. I hope it's good enough. It will be. Done. Olivia gently raises the painting, carefully hanging it up on the wall like it could come off at any second. Finally, we both back away and the finished painting is revealed to me. My hands clasp Olivia's shoulders in support. Olivia's head turns down towards the floor for a few moments before a smile curls on her face. Finally, I can appreciate the painting fully. It's definitely the fountain, as well as the park we found it at, but its colors are different, exuding a heat to it with warmer colors than Olivia's used in the past. Where her previous works always had a dreamlike quality to them, this one brings the warmth of the sun to mind, and as if you were basking under the sun's light during the summer. Well, do you like it? Do you? I do. I'm proud of it. I was going to say something about how my opinion wouldn't matter if you did, but that's a better answer. I'm also proud of it. It's beautiful. You knocked it out of the park completely. I think we did. We? Yeah. Without you, I really don't know if I could have finished it. Silver gray irises turn from the new painting and focus entirely on the portrait at the center of the display. While the sounds of the dance are still in the background, the pervading silence within the room overshadows it. Olivia's gloved hand covers mine, still on her shoulder. Still standing before our teacher's mural, I bow my head and offer him my quiet thoughts. Thanking him for teaching me, for being more than just a teacher but a friend, and for looking after the girl I fell in love with. When my eyes open, I see that Olivia's head is still bowed forward. A singular droplet seeps from the corner of her eye. I gently wipe it away with my thumb before it can possibly drip down onto her dress. She smiles in gratitude after, and her eyes reopen. Olivia. I'm okay, Anko. Automatically following her as she spins her chair around, Olivia faces towards the doors. Come on, we gotta get to the buffet. Why? I'm sure they'll have a nut. Damon's gonna steal all the good stuff, duh. She turns a wily smile my way and speeds up her wheeling. I doubt Damon could, but I can imagine him trying. Olivia becomes a veritable plow, uncaring for the other partygoers as she leads us to the buffet. It's not too far, and thankfully no one ended up actually being run down by her. And for all the sour looks that she was receiving, Olivia did not care. Her attention was focused solely on what lay before her. The cafeteria isn't far away. Tables line the area, some for seating and others containing nothing but food. It smells so good. I've already grabbed a pair of trays from nearby, along with 2 sets of utensils. Olivia motions to take her seat, but I shake my head. Let me handle the food. Why? So you can actually move. You'd be putting your dress at risk trying to hold the tray and keep up with the line. With a roll of her eyes and a sigh, Olivia's hand drops back to her armrest. Fine. Olivia drew herself out just outside the line, scoping out the particular dishes that she wanted. By the time I got to the end, Olivia's tray was covered with heaps of grilled meat. I decided on a more eclectic sampling of dishes. I wanted to savor my meal as opposed to Olivia's plan to devour hers. She holds our meals while I push her ahead to hunt down a table. Thankfully, the search is short as a particular red hand waves us over in the near distance. Once we get situated at the table, Damon greets us with a sauce-stained grin, while Liz nurses a tall glass of ice water beside him. The two look happy, yet exhausted. Having fun? You know it! Just stopped by for seconds. Hustling to move ain't easy. Seconds already? I told you if we got here any later, the cafeteria would be closed. I'm not even going to question how you eat so much and still move around the way you do on the dance floor. It's all in the method. Oh, please. You two planning on hitting the floor? Absolutely. I'm getting a dance tonight out of this guy. You say that as if I'd consider turning you down. Damien's eyes closed for a moment in thought. I feel like I'm forgetting... Oh! Your painting! Did you get it set up okay? Yeah, I hung it up in the memorial room. You can see it now. Really? Hold on! It looks really good! Thanks. All words finally said, Olivia and I start on our meals. While I savor the tender meat of my steak, a deep vibrato reverberates in my ribcage. I see you are all enjoying the evening. We all turn to see Liz's uncle approaching. Damien smiles and waves, but I notice how he scooted his chair away from Liz. The older man finally reaches us and pulls up a chair to sit down. Yeah, Damien's been so sweet, Uncle Mike. The mustachioed whale nods, smiling at Liz's date. Yeah, totally, just nothing but fun, Mr. Ferris, sir. It's the first time I've heard a fake laugh from Damien. I didn't know you were chaperoning, Mr. Ferris. Well, of course I would be. After all, it's my darling niece's first proper date. I'm starting to feel bad for Damien as I watch him sink lower in his seat, though Liz does come to his rescue. Uncle Mike! The older man laughs as he fends off his niece's attempt to headbutt him with his massive hands. I'm not being serious, Elizabeth. Mind your head. Liz relents, scooting herself right next to her date, wrapping him in a big hug. Damien sputters and looks between the two family members. Ah, by the way, Olivia, I just visited the memorial with Miss Gaylord and we saw your latest piece. Olivia pauses on her last bite of mallard. It is quite a work, Miss Halford. Olivia's tail reaches up and giddily shakes my hand down. Thank you, Mr. Ferris. In fact, when your principal saw it, she immediately wanted to showcase it in St. Hammond's Gala, specifically where Dreamscape once was. Oh! It's your painting, so it's up to you. I figured I'd come and let you know before you try and take it later tonight. Olivia ponders it while her fork spears at a particularly slippery piece of greasy bird. I don't mind, but I'd like to take it with me when I graduate. Mr. Ferris nods, taking a small notebook from his pocket and writing some notes into it. Of course, Olivia. How's the brisket? I may spring for some when I get around to dinner. Try the roast duck as well, it's amazing. I think I will. Have a wonderful night, everyone. He starts to turn but stops and looks at Damien and stares. Damien nods his way, and with that, Mr. Ferris leaves us to our meals. I'm by no means a fast eater, but I managed to finish my own meal before Olivia finishes hers. I lean back in my chair, stretching my arms back. Across the ballroom, I see Ben heading behind the curtain on stage. Say, that reminds me. Hey, Olivia. Finish what's in your mouth. What? Ben has talked with you recently? No, when we saw him earlier was the first time I talked to him in years. Weird. What's so weird about it? He told me weeks ago he wanted to apologize to you for everything, and I said he should tell you himself in person. He said he would, and it hasn't happened. Maybe he forgot. He has been very busy lately. Well, we got some time, right? Why not go say hi? Olivia finishes off the last rib on her plate, gnawing at it as she calculates this decision internally. Alright, I guess. If you think it's a good idea. You guys go ahead. I'm about ready to get back to breaking it down. How about you, Liz? Don't want to tire you out. Oh, I can go a bit longer, yeah. I'm here to party the night away. I collect our plates and quickly walk them to the collection spot for them. Olivia's moved to the side, freeing the table for another group to take it. Taking our chair's handlebars, they take us around the dance floor. We can clearly see Liz as we pass it, though Damien is hidden by the press of the bodies. Her face and neck are once again scarlet. Geez, wonder what Damien is doing to elicit that kind of look from her. Once we pass the crowded area of the room, I see a solitary set of double doors at the stage's side. That must lead to the backstage area, then. He should be back there. Only one way to find out, though. Olivia's hand grabs the door handle and I draw her chair back to open it. Reaching over her, I keep the door open so she can wheel herself in, following right after her. Inside the backstage area, it's a lot quieter. Despite the DJ blasting music just a few yards away, these curtains must be thick. Well, and the speakers aren't facing us anymore. A few lights are on so the staff can see, although barely anyone's around at the moment. Across the way, sitting on a crate and swirling a glass of soda to himself, is Ben. He doesn't notice our approach and jumps a little when he sees the two of us. What are you doing back here? This place is off limits. Olivia and I wanted to say hey. Check in on you. Oh, okay, hey. This place is off limits. Right now I'm only on my break I'm on the only break I get all night. You said you and Olivia wanted to see me? I don't hold a grudge against you anymore. What? He puts his cup down, suddenly more attentive. That's surprising. I told her about our conversation from a month ago. She said you never went to see her, so I got curious. Oh yeah, I did say I would, didn't I? Sorry, I forgot. I've been, busy. Alright, let me gather my thoughts. Ben runs his hands through his hair, thinking of how to string his words together. Olivia, I'm sorry about all those years ago. I thought I was doing something to help you out, and instead it just pushed us apart and hurt you. Made you doubt yourself, made you feel cornered so you felt you had no choice but to shut everyone else out. I didn't know it would affect you that much. I've been regretting it for years. I'm sorry. Beyond the muffled beats of music playing beyond the curtain, a silence hangs up in the air. Thanks, Ben. It means a lot to hear that from you. I still want to ask, why? Why? Why did you do that to begin with? Ben flinches and looks aside in hesitation. I felt bad for you. I wanted to do something nice. And no. No and. That's it. Dang. Sorry if the answer isn't satisfying. It's fine. I'm not sure what I was expecting either way. I just know that it's well past time to forget about all that. So, we can be friends again? I'd like to take it one step at a time. Okay. Maybe sometime in the future. It's a lot to process even this conversation happening for me. I get you. I thought we'd never be able to just talk it out like this. Yeah. I hear the steady march of heels approaching. I get worried for a second that it's staff here to kick us out, but it's just Mia. There you are. Good Lord, Ben, I've been looking everywhere for you. You've just been lazing here the whole time? I'm out there looking like a chump with no date. I told you already if you want your... Oh, you two. Mia? You're not still mad about that, Oh, of course not. Don't be stupid. As far as I'm concerned, it's water under the bridge. So, how you been? Take any new pictures lately, Olivia? Make any new... I just finished a new one. It's hanging in the memorial room. I saw it. Looks good. Hey, how come mine didn't look like that? I'm joking. I haven't got a chance, unfortunately. Oh, it's great. I can hardly put it into words. It's a piece by Olivia, that goes without saying. And an odd air of calmness settles on us as we stand here in the low lighting of the backstage area. Even Mia seems to have fallen into its grasp as she leans next to the box Ben is sitting on nonchalantly. Well, only one semester left. Yep. And we've all been out and then we're all out in the real world. So we're all cool with each other? Sure. Stay out of my way and I'll stay out of yours. Deal? Deal. Great. Then we can cross that finish line without incident. You want to graduate without any more antagonism? That's always what I've wanted. Just other crap makes it the only option. I don't get it. I don't expect you to. Ben chugs the last of his drink. Well, this was nice, truly. Yeah, alright, we should get going, right, Olivia? You guys enjoy your night? Thanks, be seeing you guys. See you, Ben. Ciao! Man, I really thought there was going to be some sort of abusive relationship in that one, but okay. I pushed Olivia out of the backstage area into the bright, loud ballroom again. That went pretty good, honestly. I still, for obvious reasons, dislike that any of my friends are around Mia, but what can you do? That's just how life is. I've got the people I've got, and that's what matters. My chain of thought is broken by Olivia's tail tugging hard on my wrist. What? Olivia? You okay? She doesn't respond verbally, simply pointing to where her shocked, wide eyes are staring. Following her gaze, I see... Is that Mr. Ferris? Couldn't be. But then again, he's the only whale in attendance. Am I seeing things? Nope. I can't turn my eyes away to see Damien and Liz. Mr. Ferris is busting it down. Extremely hard! Like genuinely worried for the dance floor hard! How is that even possible? Uncle Mike's actually an avid dancer. There's avid dancer and there's bringing that amount of heat to the floor. Did he always know how to... Well, that? No, actually, this is the first time I've seen him dance like that. The crowd around Mr. Ferris has finally broken their silence, cheering him on as he thrashes the dance floor like crazy. Ah, I see now. Mr. Ferris finally got some swag. I can't help but feel some pride as I watch the older gentleman spin with reckless abandon on his head. Oh, I guess he's... Oh! Mr. Ferris pants and takes a knee, showing off his freaky whale teeth with his gasping smile. Oh, that was... exhilarating. Liz's head vanishes for a split second but returns with a full pitcher of water. He accepts the pitcher, drinking greedily from it like it was a mug. Oh, thank you, sweetie. That was awesome! You gotta teach me! Gladly, though not anytime soon. He practically collapses on the chair beside us, sipping for the pitcher some more. Why don't you all take my spot? I left a sizable opening on the dance floor, after all. So he did. Our peers are still in the middle of uploading their phone recordings of Mr. Ferris, and the music is still pumping. Once I start wheeling Olivia to the floor, her shock vanishes completely, and switches to excitement. Damien and Liz aren't too far behind, and soon enough we're among the throng of seniors dancing to the fast pulse of the music. I feel myself completely captured by it, most of my limbs flowing with the rhythm. Though I keep one arm on Olivia's chair, causing her to also fall into my rhythm. We dance together like that, Olivia's arms and tails moving together with the sway of her wheelchair while I dance alongside her. Song after song, that's the only measure of time I have left. All I care to do is move beside Olivia, sharing her overwhelming cheer as she moves beside me. At a certain point, my throat's too dry to ignore. Olivia caught me rubbing my throat and decided it was a good time to break for soda. So, we're sat on the outskirts of the dance floor, resting against each other and catching our breath. So, good night so far? Yes, absolutely. Probably the best of my life. Wow. Of her life. My thoughts go back to the parties I'd gone to. There'd been dancing and talking and lots of people, but when I compare tonight to all those small house parties... Too much? No. Actually, I think you're right. This has been one of the best nights of my life, too. I've gotten to do just about everything I was hoping. Everything? My chin rests atop her hair, the sweet scent of her shampoo concentrated in her tiny bun, further relaxing me. Olivia's hand clings tightly to mine and I reciprocate. You? Almost. There's just one more thing. The pop music dies down and the lights start to dim, signaling the start of the slow dancing. After that, the party's going to be over. I feel her head turn, her bun pushing my cheek and making me pull away. Olivia looks wistfully towards the dance floor where the crowd is diminished to only couples swaying gently to and fro. She's clearly thinking about something. Something. Right. I stand up and face her, taking both hands. Olivia? Would you like to dance? Yes. Yes, please. That would be perfect. Olivia practically jumps back into her wheelchair from the seat. Come on, they're only playing a few from these sappy tracks. Her tail drags me by the arm to an open spot on the floor. Alright, how are we gonna do this? Oh, that's so cute! A hum of mirth slaps through Olivia's smile as she takes my hands in her own and takes the lead of her dance. My date sways side by side within her chair, slowly falling into the gentle rhythm of the romantic music. Her grin grows wider as I match her pace, stepping left and right in tandem with Olivia. Her beautiful silver eyes are almost as hypnotic as I find myself lost in them. I feel as though I could linger in this moment for the rest of my life. It's Olivia's voice that dispels the trance she had over me. So, for the briefest moment, I hear the worry in her tone. This is good, right? I present her with my most reassuring look. Absolutely, Olivia. Olivia's eyes turn downward. Yeah, but there's still hesitancy in her voice. My fingers squeeze lightly to draw her eyes back to me. Olivia, what's wrong? I've been practicing, just for this. Yeah? Yeah, because I've been thinking about it a whole lot too. It's been bothering me that we can't really dance, you know? This is perfectly fine though, Olivia. I mean, I want this to be the best it can be, without letting any dumb condition get in the way. And you do too, right? Except I don't mind one bit. We can't dance like everyone else, so what? We're still dancing. Olivia smiles, though it carries a hint of mischief. Trust me, alright? I want to show you something. She breaks away from my embrace. Huh? What? Just keep your eyes on me, Inko. Is she gonna stand up? That's so fucking cute! Okay, God. Inko, put her down. Put her down, Inko. Jesus Christ. Oh. I'm exhausted. I'm thrilled. And I love her. She really went so far just for me. No, just for us. I'm thankful I have these glasses. I feel pricks of tears at the corners of my eyes. The final song ends and the lights brighten once more. The crowd around us shifts. Some people are leaving, probably to go home now. But others take their place, looking towards the stage for whatever ending ceremony there might be. Ben approaches the mic stand on stage, leaning into the microphone after making sure it's turned on. Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for coming tonight to the annual St. Hammond's Winter Formal, and a huge thanks to our student council team for putting this whole thing together. I hope everyone here made some memories they'll treasure forever. With that last dance, our time here is up, and you're all free to go. Good night, stay safe, and enjoy your winter break. We'll be seeing you all next year. He waves once more and returns backstage. Some students start milling out towards the doors of their cars. Damien and Liz find us through the crowd. Hey, that was amazing out there. Thanks. You guys ready to bail? Yeah, the limo's out front still. We got until midnight. Heck, we can stop somewhere too if we wanted. Oh, snap, like ice cream? In this weather? In any weather. Olivia? I'm steaming hot. I actually would like a root beer float. Sounds like a plan. Olivia's tail trembles from the overexertion, but still snakes around my wrist as always. She huddles to herself as we leave behind the Grand Con Center and out into the freezing air of the city. True to my word, the limo awaits just outside down the walkway. The driver gets out on seeing us and goes to open the door for us. Damien and Liz hop in, sighing relief at the heated seating. I start helping Olivia in. Just like her tail, her legs are quaking from exhaustion as I help her make the jump from her chair to the seat. We're all collapsed in the cozy seats. The euphoria from the dance is finally wearing off and leaving us with just the exertions from it. It's a pleasant soreness, though, as Olivia rests against me with a yawn and tired smile. Damien hands out the last bottles of blissfully cool soda, which we nurse slowly. And now all that awaits is a calm evening with my friends. Once more, my head lays atop Olivia's, feeling her soft hair tickling my cheek pleasantly. She nuzzles back against me, her eyes slowly closing. Tonight definitely was the best night of my life. Wait. Wasn't I supposed to give a speech? What? I swear there was supposed to be speeches for Latican. Ben was gonna do one. I had something ready. Oh yeah. Yeah, what gives? We tried to argue for that extra time with the venue owners for it. They wouldn't budge, so we just had to cut the rest of the formal short. I checked my phone. 9:53. Huh. Is something up? Maybe, but we all got dismissed anyway. You guys can go check it out if you want. I'll chill here. Should we? Olivia looks back to the entrance. Some people are still leaving, but I can see most are still inside, probably waiting for their ride since the formal ended early. Yeah, I'm curious. Alright. Hey, don't start driving yet. Sorry, we're gonna be down a little while. Forgot something. Of course, we'll be right here. Thanks. Olivia and I get her back into the chair and push her back through the cold into the con center. Inside, my classmates are standing awkwardly around calling their folks. I guess we'll have to find Ben again. Alright, backstage? Maybe. Let's check. As we pass through the crowd, the principal takes the stage. The mic isn't turned on. She annoyingly gestures to have it turned on and tries again. Excuse me, we're having some technical difficulties at the moment. We should have one final event tonight. Our apologies for the confusion. Please wait while we get things organized. She's definitely annoyed at something. Something's up. When nobody's looking, we slip back through the staff-only door. Now, where would Ben be? He's not back in the main backstage area. There's a few other workers walking around dragging the dining room chairs in a neat stacks. They don't pay us any mind, however. Best not to push our luck and ask them where Ben is. Maybe he already left? That doesn't sound like him. Yeah, well, where else? There's a number of storage rooms, but no dice either. As we're about to give up, Olivia points out one last door in the back. It's like the memorial room, only far in the back. There's a few tables and a fridge. Ah, this must be the lounge. And it's occupied already. Thankfully, we found Ben, though it seems like he's being accosted by Mia. It doesn't seem like she's noticed us as she looms over Ben. This is unbelievable. I really don't ask that much of you. Could you, at the bare minimum, not be a jumpy spaz in front of my friends? I'm sorry. You better be. Tonight was important and you nearly ruined it. Mia, I'm sorry. I've been trying my best. You know I can't help it. Listen, I've been good like you wanted. Just please, I need my... Mia holds a finger to Ben's mouth. She jerks her head our direction to direct a silent threat of violence at us. People are listening. What are you two retards doing eavesdropping like that? Crap. Oh. Hey, Mia, we were looking for Ben. Oh my god. Why? Clearly it's not a good time. In fact, you picked a very bad one. Show's over. Scram, go home. I was saying, Mia, please, I need... Shush. How much longer are you going to holding in it? How much longer are you holding it? You promised. I said shush, I'm serious. Holding? What are you keeping from him? I waited like you wanted. You said you would. Alright, you know what? We should talk about this on the way home. Come on now. Mia, it's over. It's been a whole month. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. Please, I feel... Shut up already! What did you do to Ben? Nothing that concerns you, really, Ben. Now come on, Ben. She huddles him by her chest and starts walking out the door. Naturally, we follow. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill both of you! I thought we agreed to stand in each other's way. Do you want a kick to the face? You said Ben would regret not throwing Olivia and I under the bus. Fuck off! Ben, are you okay? Do we need to get security? You are not doing that if you know what's good for you. She quickens her pace, stomping across the floor while Ben is struggling to keep up. We're about halfway across the backstage. No, Olivia, no, don't do that. I just need something she promised. Everything is okay. Dude, you look like you're about to have a heart attack. I'm fine, I just need to... Ben, you shouldn't be talking right now. We're going home, and we can talk about it then. Ben can't keep up with me and trips. Fucking idiot! Get up! Get up! Yeah, we should get security. Like hell you are, fuck! I'm surrounded by idiots! Mia, I can't wait any longer. Just, please, I need it to be normal. Shut up, you fucking idiot! There it is. Oh, shit. I figured that was going to happen. Ben lies still on the floor. Mia's fist is frozen where it made contact. She pulls it back and stares at us between it. She knows it was a mistake. Her low impulse control finally got the better of her. Oh. Ben shudders on the ground. His glasses lie snapped in two parts, and he fruitlessly tries sticking them back together like jigsaw pieces. Ben, are you alright? I didn't mean that, okay? My glasses. Hey, let's get you out of here. Nobody can see you like this, right? No one. You two, if you ever tell people what you saw here, I will personally... Ben! Scalar opens the curtain right when we're at, lit up by a spotlight aimed at the spot. Goodness gracious, been looking everywhere for you. Where have you been? Did you forget about the memorial? Miss Scalar, No excuses, get out there! Scalar grabs Ben by the shoulder and yanks him through the curtain. Alright, now we can get... There's still a sizable crowd. Any murmurs clear out in a dead silence as everyone gawks. Fuck. Scalar jerks her head back to the gap in the curtains and rips it wide open. We're exposed to the bright stage lights, and Scalar rips her gaze between Olivia, myself, and the broken glasses, and then the person trying to hide them. Mia. She's caught like a deer in headlights. Ben's fresh wound is bleeding bright red. It drips to the floor below. When he whimpers in pain, Miss Scalar finally looks back to him and fully takes in his condition. The droplet splattering is deafening. The audience's eyes are on Mia. Mia, are you mad? Benjamin, you stay here. I'll get you some help, okay? He simply whimpers more as our principal practically leaps off the stage to search for someone. 1,000 calculations run through her. Judging by the worsening, drained expression, none of them are good. There's murmurs in the crowd, our peers talking amongst one another, pointing and questioning. Slowly, the low din of words grow louder, voices raising as their words are turned towards the stage. He okay? There's blood. What did she... Of course she did that! Is her problem? Finally, the questions turn to accusations, all directed at the red dino girl. So cruel. Uncalled for. Total bitch! Fucking abusive! That word clicks with her and she starts to move. Ben, I can't do this anymore. She starts yelling, loud enough it carries to the other end of the room. What? I can't take this abuse anymore. Just look at me. You made me like this. All those years. Making me put up this act. Doing your dirty work. Harassing all the students you don't want to deal with. Do you think I want to hurt people? I thought you loved me. I don't want to do your dirty work. I can't do it. All of this because of all of this. Because you can't have people knowing about your condition. Mia, no, please. Mia yanks out an orange bottle from her purse. The rest of the color drains from Ben's face. He falls to his knees. Mia, please. You're a fucking psycho. I don't want these anymore. You're a liar and you've ruined my life enough. She throws the bottle at the floor. The contents within scatter 100 directions all across the floor. Ben doubles over, covering his mouth. Now everyone else knows. Mia has tears streaming down her face. She starts towards the exit. Ben's on antipsychotics? No way, it's a bunch of bull. Then what are the pills? The bottle rolls over to me. I don't know why, but I pick it up. I can't pronounce what's supposed to be inside, but I can read Ben's name printed clearly on the label. There are antipsychotics. So that's it. That's horrible. Ben had betrayed her when he didn't do her bidding. She had to tighten his leash by keeping it from him, to remind him who's in charge and keep him from making the same mistake again. Mia, I love you. Don't go. Get away from me, you freak! I'll do anything! He reaches out for her. Mia! Mia ignores him. The floor vibrates from the unmistakable sound of Mr. Ferris lumbering over. In spite of his size, the massive older man cuts Mia off. Fuck. I believe we need to have a talk, Miss Moretti. He reaches out to take her by the shoulder, but she ducks low, his grasp barely grazing her as she bolts past him and shoulders the backstage door open. And just like that, she's gone. Scalar returns to the stage with the first aid box in hand. She retakes to her mic, her troubled words trembling freely. I'm terribly sorry about all of that. We had planned to have some eulogies in honor of Mr. Latican, but... Scalar's pretty deflated after all the commotion. And Ben... Where's Ben? Olivia tugs at my arm. She pointed off to the side where Ben is skulking off into the hallway. Halford. Looks like you're the only one left. Would you like to say a thing or two? It's fine if you don't. Olivia looks to me. Her eyes are filled with determination, sending me a silent signal. Of course, Mrs. Scalar. I'll speak on behalf of Ben, too. Olivia looks pointedly at me, waving me off to go after Ben. Nodding, I take the medic box from our principal and follow after our injured friend before he can escape from view. Hello, everyone. I'm going to say a few things about our old art teacher, Mr. Latican. Walking after him, Olivia's words filled the now quiet hall. Mr. Latican was more than an excellent instructor. I always saw him like a father figure of sorts, wanting to do right by me and by the rest of his students. I recall all the time I spent with him, teaching me everything he knew, doing his best to guide me, not only as an artist, but as a person too. I had gotten so caught up in my own worries that I couldn't see all the wonderful things around me. Stuck within stupid walls I had erected, made from pity and self-loathing, and he had been the one to help me break free from those walls. He helped me to become a better person, because he believed in me, just like he believed in all of his students. Mr. Latican believed in the best of people, and I'm finally realizing what Mr. Latican's life's work was. Not any painting, photo, or sculpture. It was us, his students, helping us to become better people. Mr. Latican, thank you. You were a wonderful teacher. Ben sits on the ground in front of the memorial. He's not crying, but he's unresponsive. He's in shock. I guess I would be too. This has to be his worst-case scenario. Hey. I set the first aid kit on the floor by him and sit as well. It goes unopened. Ben just stares up at the painting on the wall. Is this hers? Yeah. It's good. Oh, hang on. I fish out the bottle from my pocket. The few remaining pills clatter in it as I pass it over. He takes it and stares at the contents before just downing the last dose. So, I'm not going to talk about this, Inko. Alright. With respect to Ben's wishes, I stay silent, and Mr. Latican smiles down at us from his picture. She's been able to do something like this. Meanwhile, I'm just running around making things worse for myself. I look to the ignored first aid kit. He follows my glance and grimaces. Does it hurt? It feels better than what's inside. Probably only talking now because of the adrenaline. I don't feel like crying anymore. Just feel empty or like throwing up. Now everyone knows. I tried, you know. All the social classes, all the times I forced myself to be a social person. I have noticed how well you get along with everyone. I did everything right, and now it's all for nothing. I don't think they'll care. Will they? Tell me. Do you see me the same way after hearing the word psycho? Neither does anyone else. It's just natural. It could be the mildest thing in the world, but the label doesn't discriminate. Even with all the good impressions I've made over the years, I am a threat. I may as well just drop out and finish high school online. You're my friend still. And you're Olivia's friend. Am I? Given time. We just sit a while, staring at the painting. You know little Trudon? I took Olivia there. She loved the place. She got herself some fancy Asian paints for this. He nods. Earlier, I told her there wasn't any big reason I did what I did. That was a lie. You look at her and instantly know her whole deal. For better or for worse, she can't hide what's wrong with her. But someone like me? You had to be told. That means so long I can't hide it. I'm normal. If I ever seek help, it just outs me. That hurt. So seeing her actively refuse it, take it for granted, one thing just led to another. It was stupid. That's just how feelings are, Ben. I notice my friend is looking less tense now. About Mia. I don't want to talk about Mia. She's gone. She was always telling me once she graduated she'd get out of this dump. I was hoping she wouldn't. Hoping maybe she'd take me with her. How do you know she's gone? She's booking it across state lines as we speak, see? Ben shows the lock screen of his phone the most recent messages from Mia. Sorry, I'm going. He sighs. 4 years. I loved her. He plays with the broken halves of the glasses he'd picked up. He said he didn't want to talk about it. I won't pry. So we just sit. Latikin's warm smile seems a bit brighter from this frame on the wall. I wonder if he'd be happy with how everything turned out. I think he would. It was long and painful, but we finally made it. Became the people he aspired we'd be. Everything that had happened led to here, whether through resolving old grudges or finally escaping a horrible situation. Things are changing. Once we leave the room, our new lives start. But for now, we can wait in transit just a bit. Ben's like me in a lot of ways. I remember seeing him earlier this year, effortlessly turning social disasters in his favor. But I struggled to do anything without someone's approval or attention. Looks like he couldn't either, and Mia used that against him. Could I have ended up like that? Yes, absolutely you could have. Ending 2, bitch. After so long, I get a message. Still in there? Yeah. Ben notices I'm wanted. I'm not keeping you here. You can go. You going to be alright? Well, my ride home is gone. And I'll need to call my family. I met with everything else. I don't know. Probably not. I'll probably finish processing all this soon enough. But thanks for talking with me. There's space between us. We can take you back. I stand up slowly. When Ben doesn't, I hold my hand out to him. I roll my eyes and smile. Ben, I'm offering you help. He stares at my palms as though I'd pull it away in any second. Ben's hand shakes as he holds it up towards me, but doesn't even attempt to grab my hand. So I grab his wrist and pull. Once more, Ben is on his feet, thankfully now more steady than when we walked up here. Alright, man, let's get you home. He nods and follows after me. Though just before I exit the room, I look back one last time to our teacher. Mr. Latikin, thank you for everything you've done. We exit the room and walk towards Olivia, who's waiting by the entrance of the convention center. The rest of the place is in full cleanup mode. All the lights are on, and staff are lugging around their decorations to be stowed away. When we reach her, I automatically take her handlebars and push her out of the building. Her head turns to Ben, eyes inspecting him thoroughly. How you feeling, Ben? His mouth moves to speak, but he stops. He shakes his head, but keeps following. So, what flavor? Pardon? Flavor of ice cream. I told everyone we were going out to get some on the way back. I think I'll get some sea salt caramel. Olivia sticks her tongue out in disgust. Why would you ruin ice cream like that? Hey, don't knock it till you try it. Fine, I'll try it, and then ask again. How about you, Ben? You know sea salt caramel's great, right? We finally reach the limo and our driver moves to open the door for us. I don't know. I've never had it. I motion for Ben to get in before us. As he does, Damon greets him like his usual enthusiastic self. Once more I help Olivia into the limo, the driver storing her seat in the trunk, and I finally lay myself on a luxurious seat. We can go right to your place to drop you off if you'd rather, Ben. He looks out the window at the con center. You're totally fine to roll with us for the night, man. Alright, I appreciate it. Our limo slowly veers away from the convention center and starts heading back towards the city. Olivia's head leans on my shoulder. Her content bellowing reverberates through my chest all the way up until we're in the ice cream drive-thru. In the end, all the options were picked. Ben and Liz got some cones of frozen yogurt, while Damien chose an entire gallon of chocolate for himself and Liz. Olivia got herself a big old root beer float and sampled my cone of sea salt caramel. And while she acted like the icy delight had personally insulted her, I saw my girlfriend gaze longingly at the tub of it in the shop's standing cooler. Our night continued for a while longer. The driver was more than happy to indulge us after a generous tip at the ice cream shop. We were driven around aimlessly, enjoying our ice cream and simply talking the night away with our winter break plans. As our curfew drew near, Ben was the first to be dropped off. We said our goodbyes to him, and he smiled and waved from his porch until we could no longer see him. The walls between him and me and Olivia seemed to finally be coming down. I am hopeful they'll come around to each other. Our next and final stop was my house. We were going to make the most of this night, after all, which meant enjoying the rest of these gallons with some good shows. Giving our thanks to the driver, we entered my home and made ourselves at home. Stuffy clothes are ditched for comfortable pajamas, and we settle in my living room with the whole floor covered by air mattress. Liz's neck takes up the entire couch just so she can lay her chin on Damien's shoulder. They'd fallen asleep like that within the first hour of our anime marathon, leaving Olivia and I in peace to snuggle up together. Her purring bellow rattled my ribs, but in a pleasant sort of way, kind of like a massage, which I needed based on how worn out all my muscles feel. I felt like I could just melt in her embrace right now. My eyelids grew heavy as my body felt blissfully at ease. But there was one last thing I had to do before I fell asleep. Hey, Olivia. Her bellows subside briefly. Yeah? I had a lot of fun tonight. Yeah, me too. She smiles at me, so soft and inviting. I give her smile a soft kiss, and she reciprocates with a similar kiss on my own grin. So I do the same again, as to she. Back and forth we went, trying to kiss the smile off of each other's lips. A war of smooches that I wanted to win, though my tiredness made it difficult. By the time my eyes refused to remain open, I admit my defeat gracefully. Love you, Olivia. The purring continues, and I realize Olivia's fallen asleep. Love you too. We drew close to each other one last time, embracing sleep like we embrace one another. Christmas Day. A tiny teeny holiday tune plays from a nearby radio as we work in the snow. Fresh white powdery ice crunches loudly underfoot, and our knitted mittens work to pile and compact heaps of the fresh white powder. Not only compacted, though, but sculpted. Vinny has a bright future ahead of him as he works studiously on his Christmas monuments. The loud chatter of teeth drawing near must be Damien. He must be done collecting the sticks we need. Taking a step back, I look over the 5 different piles of snow we've gathered from the yard. Brr, Vinny got the arms here. Sweet, I need some twigs so I can make our mouths just right too. The younger boy finally stands and marches through the now muddy grass of the yard. Bro Inky, you two start on the bodies. I'll make the heads. Damien salutes at his brother's orders, and we all start on finishing Vinny's project before he gets too cold. While I'm fine with my new mittens and scarf, the brothers are nearly freezing themselves for Vinny's art, which at least motivates them to complete the 5 figures in time it'd take me to finish a single snow woman. Originally, Vinny was begging me to make a snowman in his stead, but he got ahead of himself and ended up giving himself an artistic vision of a whole family of snow people modeled after the family. And I would have had to do it all myself, but Randy decided he had had enough of all the yard-related tasks being delegated to me this season. At least we have the promise of lunch. Olivia's hard at work in the kitchen. Now I've made a few snowmen in any day, but never snow dinos. Tails are easy enough. What's not easy is the beaks. As powerful as Christmas magic is, it's no match for basic physics. Damien tries to make a very tall one to resemble Liz. It ends up crumpling under its own weight, falling over right on his face. After so long, I actually do manage to get the snoots right. It's just a matter of how you pack it together. And before long, there's a nice little group of snow dinos for each one of the panes. Olivia's is special. It's sprawled out flat, like how she always lays in her bed. I see Olivia judging from the window. It's a playful glare that knows I'm right. but demands satisfaction for the hazing. Hold on, it's not quite finished yet. Vinny quickly begins forming another frosty figure next to Snow Olivia. Soon enough, it begins taking a humanoid shape, though lacking any significant details. Inky, can I borrow your shades? Okay, sure. Handing him my shades, the little dino presses the hinges straight into its head. There, now it's everyone. Aw. I'll let my ink sickle keep those for now. I think it's about time to head back inside. I fear Damien's frills might break off if we stayed out here any longer. I wave to the brothers toward the door, and they run ahead in search of the warmth. For a moment, I consider adding some finer dinosaur-related detailing, but I don't want to keep Olivia waiting. I make my way inside, making sure to stamp the snow off my snow boots before entering. That's cutesy! I like that! I like that a lot! I'm sorry I'm not adding a lot to this. Man, I'm just enraptured. I'm so happy we're finally in... Oh, made me cry. By the time I see them, Damien and Vinny had already changed into dry clothes. The jacket they had worn, designer made and thoroughly insulated for the cold, had hung heavily on the road cack. The road cack. Oh my good fucking god. The coat rack nearby. I knew they'd be good gifts, especially for Vinny. I'll remind how to clean the jackets later. The brothers sit on the couch wrapped in down blankets and... Wrapped in down blanket? What the fuck's a down blanket? And sipping hot chocolate way too quickly. I was 30 seconds. How'd you manage to get that fast? We're just trying to freeze to death as little as possible. Wasn't that bad. Says the Agarthoid. That's not a slur, is it? In either case, I'd rather not get the couch all wet, so I'll just have to stand for now. At the very least, Damien gestures to the thermos of hot chocolate and spare mug on the coffee table. After yanking off my new handmade mittens, I pour myself a cup and savor the heat as my fingers regain feeling. Soon enough, the familiar sound of rubber on hardwood signals Olivia's arrival. The first thing she notices is the two Payne brothers clumped together on the couch. You two look like you're having fun. Yeah, did you see the new snow guys we built? I made one that looks kind of like you. I saw. I'm flattered. And I just finished lunch. You hungry? I could smell it ever since I entered, the smell of well-seared meat and veggies. Ever since she came over to visit the one time, I've been dying to try her cooking again. Absolutely. I think I'll stay here for now. Damien, I'm offering you food. No, sir! Not getting out of this chair! Vinny takes the cue from his elder and follows his example, crossing his arms and smugly holding his chin up in defiance. You guys suck. Olivia motions me towards the kitchen, and I take one last sip of the cocoa before joining her. She ladles me a bowl, explaining all the intricacies of the special way she learned to make this from Sophia, though she would never tell me the secret Payne seasoning that she used to further enhance the taste of all her cooking. I carefully set the bowls on a large tray and hand the tray to Olivia, who sets it carefully across her armrest. Our meal's set. Olivia's holler for food shakes the house to its foundation. Sophia and Randy meet us as I wheel Olivia into the living room, and they're looking well rested from their afternoon nap. Oh, thank you, Olivia. It looks fantastic. Olivia smiles and sets the tray down on the coffee table so she can start passing the bowls out one by one. With the flick of his tail, Vinny turns on the television, already set to a sports channel and playing a hockey match. Randy takes a noisy slurp from the broth, licking his chops after. Tastes fantastic, too! So enjoy the stew so we can have the real Christmas treats. Real Christmas treats? When Olivia sees my confused look, she simply smiles and shakes her head. The rest of the Paynes look excited, though, and start voraciously slurping down their stew. Following their example, I abandon my spoon and take up my bowl and bring it to my lips. Just the right mixture of salty and spicy. The veggies and meat and creamy broth going down so smoothly. As much as I want to savor my first sip, the others have already drank up most of their meal. So I, too, greedily slurp down my meal until I can set my empty bowl back down on the serving tray in satisfaction. Aw, man, that really hit the spot, Olivia. Looking around, Olivia isn't in the room anymore. Olivia? Give her a moment, Inko. She's just fetching some things. I can only guess the treats based on how Vinny is vibrating the entire couch with his excitement. Alright, wouldn't be Christmas without these. These looking to be a tray filled with some kind of oddly shaped cookies. Olivia wheels herself right next to me, so I take the tray from her armrest. She smiles and gracefully tosses herself beside me onto the couch. Looking down at the tray again, the treats look like bundles of sticks held together by their sugary coating. They're called haystacks, Inko. Try one. You'll love it. I pop one of the smaller bundles in my mouth, chewing on the sweet and salty homemade candy. Marshmallow, butterscotch, and... chow mein noodles? I hold up one of the uncovered sticks to inspect it. It's an older tradition, so I'm not surprised you don't know it, Inko. I take a couple more and pass the tray to Damien. They are quite delicious. Olivia plucks one of the pieces from my hand and pops it into her mouth, and crunching the candy into oblivion. Just like the stew, the tray of haystacks is devoured rapidly, too. Ah... Randy sinks further into his recliner, drawing his wife onto his lap with a surprised yelp from her. She shakes her head and settles beside him, looking over everyone else with a content smile. This is what the holidays are all about. Candy? Family, son. And about being with the ones we love most, Vincent. The young boy considers her words and comes to his own conclusion. Well, I love candy, so we should have more. He looks to Olivia, who snorts at his logic. I'll make more later, okay? Sweet! Knowing now that there will be more Christmas candy, the young dino's eyes focus on the hockey game playing. On screen, the hockey puck is finally hit into the net. The shot is replayed a couple times from different angles, all the while the professional commentators talk about the college teams. While they mainly focus on the players' game efforts, the commentators also highlight the players' plans and degrees, which reminds me of what's to come soon. Going back to school next week. Don't remind me. But it's the last semester before graduation. Then we're free to do whatever. College, jobs. Finally be able to have a room to himself. Oh, that's true. Once you guys go, it'll just be Vinny here to keep us company. All my kids are growing up. Don't worry, Ma. Way ahead of you. I'll fail all my classes just for you. Not if you know what's good for you. Be strange seeing this place quiet for once. It's been pretty lively this year. I'll have to enjoy it while it lasts. It's a whole 6 months before we graduate, guys. Yeah, plus I still don't have any real plans yet. School is probably going to be bothering us a whole lot about applying to colleges starting soon. Wait, you have no plans at all? Olivia shrugs. I know what I want to do, obviously. But compared to Liz, she has the next decade of her life planned out. Maybe more. Liz just goes above and beyond. As for me, I don't really know either. Maybe college, but I'm open to other options. Guess it's a good thing we got half a year still then. Yeah. Damien stands up with a sly grin, marching back to the tiny Christmas tree in the corner. All the gifts have been unwrapped, but some of the presents were still beneath it, waiting the pains to make room in their house for them. He scoops up something and comes back to the couch. Ah, I see, it's that new retro console. I still can't wrap my head around the concept. Wouldn't you want a console from the latest generation? Yo, leave the future to the future. We still gotta try all these presents. First game dibs! I can't stop my smile spreading, even though I know Damien's only trying to change the subject. Someone nips my shoulder. Hey, what's up? We're forgetting someone. I want to give Guts his Christmas breakfast. Olivia pushes herself to the edge of the couch seat, but before she can set her knees down to the floor, she pauses and turns her eyes my way. Inko, could you help me? Yeah, you want your chair? She shakes her head no and then holds her arms out. I feel my face heat up as I comprehend what she really wants. Don't you normally walk on your knees around the house? Just do it. The rest of the family looks amused as I slide one arm beneath her legs and the other around her back. Olivia further secures herself by wrapping her arm over my shoulder. Lifting her up is slowly becoming muscle memory, though my gait to her room still feels awkward and wobbly. Olivia doesn't mind it, though, as she smiles contently the entire time and even after I nearly drop her onto her bed. Once her tiny minion is properly fed its righteous Christmas feast, Olivia and I sit together on her bed and just hold each other. The hollering of the rest of the family is thankfully muted by her wolves, and we finally have the quiet time I know she was looking for. My hands caress her back, drawing out her sweet bellowing purrs, and she leans more and more against me. And with my face in her hair, I recall I still have something in my pocket for her. She pouts and nips my arm as I draw away from her. Let go of me! I got something for you. She grunts and releases her hostage. I put the small box from my pocket, still neatly wrapped in shiny violet paper and topped with an emerald bow. She sits up and accepts the present, tilting an eyebrow. Why the wait? You couldn't give me this when we were all open the presents. This one's special. Go on, open it. Olivia carefully tears the wrapping off the box and lifts the cover. Inside is a neatly folded sheet of cloth. When Olivia pinches it to bring it out, it unfolds into its true shape. It's a stylized tail brace meant for support and warmth. It only required commissioning Liz for the pattern, and Sophia just needed the material to put it together. I motion for her tail, which she delicately sets in my hand. I noticed after our dance it really took a toll on you. For a few days your tail was so scratched up and sore you didn't want to use it for anything at all. Even now I can feel the muscle beneath her scales are still hot and tender. With all the care necessary, I slide the fashionable accessory over her tail. The elastic bands within are already working, distributing a comforting pressure across her entire tail and causing Olivia to coo happily as she relaxes further on her bed. So, it won't be so rough on you next time. It takes a moment for Olivia to process my words. Her expression of contentment slowly changes to one of surprise and then a gentle smile. Next time? That'd be nice. The twitch of her cheek doesn't escape my sight. Olivia, you okay? Yeah, just She chews her lip for a moment to think. Is it something bad? Oh no, it's silly. I guess I just felt, I don't know, guilty for a second. Her fingers wring her blanket. Guilty? What for? It's... At some point while I was making the fountain painting, I was resting when I remembered something. When I was a lot younger, I would occasionally go to these physical therapy appointments. There were some other kids like me, actually, maybe 3 or 4 years old. One of them was able to waddle a bit with his tail. Almost everyone was excited he could manage to do that. But the other kid's tail was too short. He was stuck on all fours still. So it's a miracle I could even do what I did. But, it made me think, and I eventually found videos of someone dancing like that with their tail. Someone like me, you know? Unlucky enough to have this issue, lucky enough so I can still move around a bit on my own. But what about the others? Like that boy. What would they think after seeing us dance? It's been on my mind ever since I started practicing. Olivia clears her throat and looks at me with a sadness permeated from her moonshade eyes. That's what gave me the idea, but should I have? I feel like somehow I shouldn't have, but I did it because I love you. It confuses me. What do those kids think? Did you ever see them again? She shakes her head. What about anyone else like you? What do they think? I don't know. Wouldn't any of them be happy to have what you have? So many of them can't ever do something like that. I guess, but still, this will sound dumb, but it still feels like I'm somehow betraying something. Or maybe insulting? I could only dance because I was just able enough to use an appendage just long and strong enough to allow it. I guess I feel like I'm mocking them. I'm the luckiest unlucky person. I get the occasional glimpse at normalcy. I may as well not even be called disabled. I'm such an outlier. I thought you didn't ever want to be. I know. Her face falls and her entire maw trembles. I don't have any answers for her. How could I? She's not some strange exception case because of a bunch of crazy variables, and that's not why I love her. She's Olivia, and I love her because she's Olivia. My hands set her tail down on her lap so they can cup one of her cheeks and tilt her head upward. Looking into those beautiful silver irises, my whispered words carry my honest feelings for her clearly to hear. Hey, I got this because I love you. No other reason. If you don't want to use it in any particular way, nobody's making you, alright? The concern in her eyes still exists, but as her lips rise and eyelids soften, I can see the sorrow subsumed by comforting love. Okay. She leans into my palm and sighs softly. That's a good enough reason for now. Olivia starts running her hand across her tail's garment. It's pretty. Thanks. It's tailor-made just for you. I like it a lot. Thanks. For the gift, and caring, and being there for me, and... Olivia's comments devolve into mumbling, affectionate words about me as she pushes herself onto my chest, wrapping her arms tightly around my body and her tail around my leg. I love you, Minko. I love you too, Olivia. I draw her even closer with my own arms, burying my face into her hair as I cradle the girl against me. Eventually, we'll show off Olivia's newest gift, but for now, she wants to be held, and I want to hold her. Come January, the new semester starts. The final semester, and the break and New Year provides a nice start to the end. Ever since Ben seemed to be bouncing back, contrary to his fears, it was business as usual once the break ended. Sure, there was occasional rumor or whisper, but they were vastly overshadowed. Classes passed, and the weather finally starts getting warmer again. It really felt like a victory lap compared to how turbulent that first half of the year was. Olivia, in particular, decided she'd lived here for too long without exploring much, so she got a new fire in her to see the city inside and out. We got to see it all. Art galleries, grand, luxurious malls, underground tunnel systems, the local skate parks, just seeing everything the city had to offer. We went back to visit the arcade a few times. And that brings us here. From a public school standpoint, I consider it our final destination. Not the last class, or the graduation itself, or even the after-party Olivia and I skipped to cuddle up together at my place. I had something better in mind. Something I'd always wanted to do since my folks moved here. And finally, I was able to make a plan and put it into action. Liz's hatchback barrels down the freeway. The trunk is completely packed for the long weekend trip ahead of us. Not driving, though. The location is shockingly close. Olivia holds my arm close, jittering a bit in anticipation. I've always heard of this place, but I've never actually been. I have once. Was in elementary school. It was a blast. Did you get to go surfing? No, and I don't plan to. What about you, Inko? You up for hanging 10? Maybe, although I'd rather avoid a burial at sea. That actually does scare me a bit. Wuss. I mentioned we got to explore everything the city had to offer. That wasn't exactly true. There's only one place I've been avoiding having to mention just for the occasion. Something we'd all talked about together and decided to save for very last. And we're getting ever closer as Liz drives onto a humongous concrete bridge jutting out across the shore. Our fifth passenger speaks up. I had actually briefly considered setting up a senior trip down here. Oh, I'm so glad you didn't. I would have resigned from treasure on the spot. It never would have flied, yeah, especially with the audit. Everyone shut up, I see it! All of us lean forward trying to get a glimpse of our destination. Just off the coast of the city, there's an island. You know how the island is called Volcadera Bluffs? Well, I'd seen the bluffs, I just hadn't seen the caldera or the vol. The island hosts both. Mana'ahi, it's called, and I think a Japanese woman just died inside my mouth, being the 3 volcanoes making up the archipelago. With its lush natural forestry, the island was labeled a national park. Every last plant here grew of its own accord, creating a wild jungle that beautifully engulfs every section of life here, all the way up towards the mountain peak, where numerous hiking trails lead to a scenic view of a dormant volcano, as well as a panoramic of the island itself. When there's a small yet bustling town that sits just above the golden sand beaches, where the aquatic dino inhabitants make their real living. So many antique, unique boutiques here, full to bursting with handmade trinkets that perfectly capture the island's community. And then there were the few resorts such as the one we're staying at, nestled on the foothills to give tourists the best views possible. Our connected suites face toward the towering mountain, with our shared balcony providing us a view almost directly of the largest dormant volcano. It was the perfect setup there, not only with the well-padded lawn chairs, but even a built-in grill for Olivia and Damien to fight over. I step out of the shower and start drying off with a towel. All day today, we got to see as many sights the island has to offer as we could. True to his word, Damien's top priority was surfing lessons. He'll be down at the shore every day this week for a few hours. Olivia tells me dinos can't get sunburned, but I swear he seemed a little redder this afternoon. Speaking of, Olivia offered to handle my sunscreen treatment. I don't know which one of us was more eager. Me, for avoiding the harsh sun's rays, or Olivia, who looked elated at the idea of being handsy with me. And while she did a good job, I felt the need for a sun-based guts tattoo was too much. But But at first, we all hung together, checking out the shops and restaurants we wanted to visit. But after Damien ran off his own, we started to disperse and go on our own adventures. Liz found a place that would give her a full neck massage. Ben became engrossed in the cultural side of the island, taking a foot tour through the history of Hawaii. And Olivia and I had decided to hang out at a luau, Jesus Christ, sampling the bonfire-cooked meats while watching a lively fire dance show. There's just one last thing tonight. If you ask me, it's the most important part. I exit the bathroom in a fresh set of clothes. Outside, the sky is beginning to darken. The sun is riding along the edge of the monolithic husk of the volcano. That's why I picked this resort. There's not a better view in the state. Olivia lazes around on one of the large beds. She sips an exotic juice cocktail and flips through a travel magazine. Took long enough. You sampling every darn soap they got in there? I'm just thorough. If I'd have known you'd take a half hour, I would have gone first. It's about time we meet up. Taking the spot beside her, I see Olivia's phone resting on her stomach. How'd the call with your dad go? The older Baronix had called just as we got back to our room, which is why I got first dibs on our shower. We would have talked for longer if I had known you wanted to drain all of the hotel's water. He's good, though. Said he'd try to come home over by summer's then. That'd be awesome. We could have another pool party at Damien's. Anyway, how long till everyone's back? Soon. So I'm gonna clean up now. Relax. I can wait. Olivia sets herself on the well-cleaned carpet and starts marching towards the bathroom. Nah, you go ahead and set up. Hold on. She picks out a soda from the mini-fridge and flicks the door shut with her hip. The can's drained and crumpled in seconds, and she gives me the piece of litter. Wow, treasure. Yep, it'll come handy. Yep, I'll come find you guys when I'm done, alright? Sure. I'm just gonna start inventing my own fucking dialogue I've been reading for so long. The door clicks behind her and I start making preparations. I pick up our room's phone and dial the number for room service. Brief phone call later and the order is placed for some pizzas. 3 pepperoni, 1 with anchovies. It's set to deliver to my next destination. I find the mini cooler I'd brought and fill it with ice and more sodas from the fridge. And lastly is my camera bag and tripod, which I sling over my shoulder. Carrying everything, I step out of the bungalow into the fresh, humid air. There's a huge shared balcony nearby, intended for parties and equipped for buffets. To my luck, the whole place is vacant. I make claim to the tables closest to the edge. From here, the whole town sits below in view of us. I notice it's layered from tropical jungle to civilization to beachfront. Across the water, the city is still visible, near enough to remind us we're close to home, but far enough to feel like we're in another world. It's a lot to take in. I let my breath out and inhale deeply. Let's make the most of this while it lasts. Setting the mini cooler down on the floor near the wall, I spend the next few minutes gazing out over the view of the island. It's hard to look away, and I'm already getting ideas for where we could go next. But I have a task to perform first, and I set my camera and tripod in the ideal location, retrieving my new remote. Hey, there you are! Turning around, I spot Damien approaching me with a quickened pace. I almost flinch until he walks right past me, stopping next to the mini cooler and patting the top of it as he passes a can of soda. Don't run away now, you hear? Don't think it'll have much to say back, Damien. Everything on its way? I just ordered pizza. It should be here soon. Cool. Listen, Four Eyes number 2 will be out in a second. Damien drops down on a seat, gnawing the top of a soda can off and drinking its contents. Dang, this place is something else, isn't it? Thanks, Inko. No problem. I'm glad we could do something like this. True to Damien's word, Liz strolls out of her bungalow she's sharing with Damien, yawning into her hand. Her head seems to swing around more than usual. Oh, I feel amazing. I can't believe I've never tried acupuncture. Everything's just so perfect, it's crazy. She joins us by the table, continuing to rave about her spa treatment. And they were just too coordinated, like a pit stop crew in a race. They called it, I'm not trying that, treatment. I think that's my species in their native tongue. Neat, actually. I took Olivia down to Little Chardon a while back. He told us the Japanese word for gator is Wani. I think I've heard of that before. But she's a Bear Onyx, isn't she? Ben is the latest to join us. I check back at the window to my bungalow and see Olivia's out of the shower getting ready. That's what she said, but the resemblance is undeniable. Oh, absolutely. In elementary school, whenever a teacher did the see you later alligator thing, everyone would point to her. She hated it. Oi, I know you're not telling someone about the dark trauma of my past. Olivia approaches, freshly washed off and carrying quite the payload with her. Geez, is that all of your art stuff? You know vacations are to get away from work, right? It can't. Can it? Can it? Unless you want to wake up tomorrow with a mustache. She moves from her chair to the table facing the balcony and unfolds a travel easel. Atop it, a plain sketchbook is placed, but Olivia procures a small paint palette instead of any pencil. Right away she gets to work, starting with a brilliant red color near the top of the page. Don't stare, keep talking. Just going on about her days. I checked out a few trailers just before I got back. Some beautiful stuff around here, you guys should check it out. Oh, hold that thought, heck yeah! He points at the approaching pair of dino ladies carrying large trays. They set them down on their tables, 4 fresh, steaming pizzas. Liz has to hold Damien back from drooling a hole in the table. Olivia, however, has her attention split between her canvas and the fresh food. But she shakes her head and goes back to it. You don't even want one? Here. I pick up a slice, careful not to drop it, and bring it over to Olivia's mouth. Once she notices, she opens wide and chomps half it in one mouthful. Alright, now it's a party. Damien springs for some pizza himself. And once we settle in for real, he gets Liz's attention. Yo, Liz, your last year goes as you expected? I remember you going on about it just before senior year started. Oh no, not at all. My predictions were way off, of course. I never would have expected things to turn out like this, but I'm glad it did. It's just been nuts for everyone. I don't think anyone here's the same person they were before. What about you, Inko? What were you expecting as the new guy? That's a good question. I remember when I first stepped off the metro on the first day of school. I wanted to have a lot of friends, most of all. I actually never made friends before. Not like you guys. Just people I'd known for as long as I was around before I had to move again. So it was my goal to get as many as possible. Yeah, how'd that go? I didn't know friendship could be so exhausting, but so rewarding too. All the trials and tribulations and everything, I think they were all worth it, because I made friends with all of you. I look to a certain girl who remains silent but not inattentive as I catch her own eye staring my way, and more. So I guess to sum it up, it's been an experience I'd never want to give up, Damien. Despite the ups and downs and twists and turns, I certainly never would have guessed the new student would have been such a wrench in the works. Getting so tangled up in Olivia, Mia, everyone else. And me. I was in a bad situation. I'm not anymore. Thinking on it, things were set in motion from day one, huh? Hey, I'm grateful. Thanks. Yo, Olivia. I'm going around the table asking for your input one last time. What do you think? She stops brushing and looks me in the eye before turning all the way with a smile. About the new human suit and waltzing in and wrecking our ways of life? I'm currently relaxing at a fancy as hell beach resort with some of my favorite people. One of which I never thought I'd be friends with again. All thanks to my boyfriend. She looks back at me. Yeah, you did good, soldier. And Damien, I really appreciate you always trying to include me. Damien brushes the back of his head. He's got nothing to say for once. From there, conversations drift from topic to topic. Liz in particular got into a bragging competition with Ben when she talked about the college she was applying to, and he rebutted with his own lofty goals. Damien pretended to moderate the whole debate before declaring both of them were eggheads. Olivia joins in sometimes, but for the most part focuses on our little project. Ben busts out a poker set he brought with him, complete with chips. As the sun gets closer and closer to setting, we all enjoy the evening. I have to take a drink. I'm fucking dying. I'm sorry. I've been reading for 2 hours, and I'm happy to do it, but man. The sun's nearly set. The rest of the pizza's nearly out, and Ben's run out to get more soda and chips. I look over the balcony to the city below, forming different plans for what we could do tomorrow. The possibilities are endless, aren't they? Behind me, I hear Liz chuckling to herself as she clacks the poker chips she drained from us into neat stacks. As it would turn out, she had an unbeatable poker face. All she's got to do is fucking take her head that way when she's looking at her card. What the fuck are you talking about? The ultimate poker face. She didn't have one. She just fucking takes it over there, man. Put it in the next fucking house. Can't see her goddamn face. Match after match, she's sharked the whole table. Wait, what if when she was stretching her neck, she was... Something tugs at my sleeve. Hey. Yo. Come here. I'm led by the sleeve to another of the lawn chairs where Olivia sits me down. She then takes a moment to look at me. Even goes as far to adjust my legs for some reason. When she seems satisfied with my position, Olivia lifts herself right onto my lap with the use of her arms and tail, wiggling herself around until her back is pressed firmly against my chest. Whoa, what's all this about? Her tail wraps around my waist, securing herself to me. Finishing touches. Look! She points to the propped-up easel. Finally, I can see what she was working on. It's impressive how she managed to draw our villa. She'd been working on this for some time, and the piece looks complete already. I start to ask what she means by finishing touches when she places the brush in my hand. Inko, help me finish it. Her voice is soft and inviting, and her hand covers mine gently. How could I even consider resisting? Ah, magnificant. What? No, keep going. Alright. While she said keep going, I started to feel her hand guiding my gentle strokes. Slowly, the beautiful painting reaches completion, and all the while, Olivia and I bask in each other's hold. My chin rests atop her hair as she tries to concentrate, and her tail slithers and coils around my waist, keeping me as close to her as possible. Sadly, we're losing sunlight, and the painting won't be able to dry overnight with how humid it is. It looks fantastic, Olivia. I know. Just want to keep going, though. In the morning, then, okay? She grumbles to herself, but I feel her head nod. I try to move my leg, only for her tail to constrict just a bit too tight for comfort. Stay. What about... Stay. Alrighty, she's placed her palette and brush aside, leaning back heavily against me. I'll stay, but the painting should be put up. This Gator says later. Right now we cuddle. Is there any pizza left? Yeah, we saved you some since you didn't want to interrupt your moment. Shut up. I'm allowed to have this. Liz giggles into her hand and nods. A pizza pan is brought over and a circle is formed around it. Olivia basks in the delicious taste, chomping down on the last slices with a wide smile. I nearly bump something off the table. It's Olivia's sketchbook. Hey, Olivia. You remember back on the second day of school we played that drawing game in Miss Procton's class? Yeah? I think that was the first big thing to draw us together. I think you're right. What was? There's this game that the other students would play, passing around a note and doodling on it together. Oh, that! I never got to participate. They'd just keep passing it along. I always drew a dick. I kind of want to do it again. Like a little send-off to our year at St. Hammond. You're corny. Nevertheless, she picks up the sketchbook and passes it to me. Yeah, I want to draw what I remember the year the most by. Jeez, there's too much to pick from. Let me start then. Hand it over this way. Sure. Ben gets the pad and starts carefully scribbling down something. In the meantime, Liz pipes up. So, any plans yet? She looks towards Olivia just as she finishes the final slice. Well, Ben here insists I should at least get some fancy diploma or other just for the sake of it. So probably one of the nearby schools here just for a bit. I meant for tomorrow. Though I could help you find one if you want. Already got a couple acceptance letters. Actually, I've gotten one too. Wasn't anything really amazing, truthfully. At least I won't have to worry about student debt, thanks to my parents offering to foot the bill. Ben passes the sketchbook to Damien. No dicks. I know, jeez. What about you, Ben? You going straight to school after the summer? Well, he hums to himself as he stares off into the distance. I was thinking of taking a few months off. A close friend had a vacancy in their backpacking trip starting next month. She said it'd be good for me. I Figured I'd consider my future after I'd seen more of the world. Sounds romantic, dude. Should tell Lunara how you feel during it, man. Damien! He grins and points finger guns at Ben. Ah, man, all of you are getting right back to school? I was just gonna find a job or something. Oh no, not without some help, Damien. No one knew you'd end up working at some sign spinner or something. Hey, sign spinning looks fun. Liz finally gives Olivia the sketchbook. From my angle here, I see it's really filling up. No peeking. Bleh. She makes quick work of her sketch, and finally, the circle is complete when I get the sketchbook back. Pick something good to finish it off, alright? The page is like a little scrapbook of our time at St. Hammond. Ben had drawn our brief gig as Latikins apprentices for that wedding. Damien tried his best depicting the arcade trip, and Liz chose to depict her dance with Damien. I knew it was going to come up eventually. Olivia, in turn, drew our dance together alongside it. Boy, do I have some competition here. Alright, one last drawing. Let's see. Oh my god, you're actually going to make me draw? Oh, fuck! Oh, I don't have any ideas for this. What do I draw? Oh, god. Okay, I got it. Hang on. I can't do it. I suck at drawing. There's some competition, alright. I did not mean to make her look like the fucking bitch from SpongeBob that loves chocolate and wants it rubbed all over her. There we go! That looks like a cursed thing someone would fucking put on the goddamn bathroom stall. Let's go! Oh, it looks like shit compared to everyone else. Even fucking Damien's looks better than mine. Oh, my drawing joins the rest and I look over the whole thing once more. Cute. I think you've gotten just a little bit better. I have definitely not. I want to keep this one. It's all yours. We keep talking about our senior year and what comes next for some time. Finally, the sun has set and the moon has risen, framing the balcony perfectly for what I was waiting for. I motioned to Olivia so she'd finally let me stand, which she reluctantly does. Standing and stretching, I feel the pins and needles in my legs slowly fade as I walk to the corner of the balcony. Oh, reliable. I must have taken hundreds of pictures with this bad boy. None of them seem to have noticed it. Here, thankfully, as I looked again at the chattering group on the balcony. My friends. Somehow I think this picture will mark the precise end of one point in our lives and the start of another. Maybe that's what all pictures do. I make quick work setting everything up just right. The angle, the settings, everything. Yep, it's time. Hey, everyone. Heads turn. Olivia rolls her eyes but smiles, seeing I'm up to my old tricks. I see where this is going. Alright, just one. Thanks. I got a feeling this is going to be a keeper. Damien adjusts his seating to bring Liz closer to him. The focus, f-stop, and ISO are all ideal. No worries for motion blur or anything. I quickly go to sit right next to Olivia again, embracing her in a similar way. How do we know when it's done? It's done on a timer. I got a switch here. Oh, on cheese? Sure. Actually, better yet, I just thought of something. Just for Olivia. We were talking about this earlier. I tell them what I'd thought up. Olivia's brow furrows defiantly. That's lame. Please don't. My camera. Just this one time, alright? You got it. Everyone ready? Once more, I'm enveloped in Olivia's arms and tail, and I can feel her joy and annoyance radiate from her more brilliantly than the last rays of sunlight. All eyes look to my DSLR set in the corner, smiles adorning faces from the prospect of this moment being immortalized forever. Here's to the future, yeah? And to good fortunes to come. And good friends we've made. It's just a picture, don't make it weird. I think it's a bit more than that. 3, 2, 1... I want to hug that gator! Oh. That was so cute! Dude, I couldn't hold in the tears when she got up to dance. Oh my god. Oh, man. You know, I'm going to be completely honest with all of you. I have 110% completely forgotten that I am even shooting something. That's how fun this was. That's how great this ending was. I barely have time for myself between studying and whatnot. Although maybe I should take a break. It'd be nice to try and take my whatnot on a double date. I'll be down for the city again sometime soon. I think I'll call them now to arrange something. Oh my god, are there like little in-betweener scenes now? Those two? They're doing great. Thanks for asking. How am I doing? I'm glad you asked. I finally found a career path that really speaks to me. Starting next week, I'm not going to be Damien any longer. My new name will be Rory the Reading Raptor. I don't see why that would be. You know what? I gave you the voice for it. Hello? Oh, it's you. Inko and Olivia? They've moved. They're still a short drive away, just the town over while Olivia's in college, I think. Inko said he found an internship. It's a little annoying having to drive the extra distance, but her stuff is really flying off the shelf these days at my store, and Damien loves coming along to catch up. Oh, good. They did end up partnering. Oh, good. Hey, girl. Haven't seen you forever. Like, when was the last time? It was just before the school dance thing. Oh, why did we even hang around that bitch? I always hated her. She was just a different person before, so... You got the designs I asked for? You know it. I'll make tribal garbs to be the next used thing to take off. Trust me. Excellent. I did not give a fuck about either of those two. Nito and Halford. Those names will stick with me for better or worse, mostly for the stress they caused me. It's like they were magnets for trouble, always right in front of the auditor. But I am keeping an eye on their careers. They may be visiting again sooner than they expect. Inko and Olivia? I don't like... Inko and Olivia? I don't watch cooking shows. They were students here, Sully. Oh, the monkey boy! I'm proud of him. He's a good soldier. I wish him luck in his cooking thing. Dude, I wish there was more Sully in this. Like, he was my favorite. Ah, little Inko. I feel in a world where everyone was constantly giving him advice, I was the only one listening to him at times. I'm grateful for him, truly. I've never felt closer to the youth of today. Although after that head slide I pulled, my back was killing me for ages. But it was nice to feel young again. I hope the young love those two share blossoms into something beautiful. Ah, those two? They just came to visit us last week. Guess they missed my cooking too much. It was nice to see them again, especially since we only have Vinny with us in the house now. I do miss those times when the house was more hectic, as surprising as that sounds. They're their own people now, but for our little nest is always open for them. Guts! Fancy guts, what the fuck? Inky and Livy? Yeah, they came by not too long ago. He spent the whole morning just playing video games. And after that, Inky tried to play street hockey with me. It was so much fun, and he looked really happy even after I accidentally hit him with my slap shot. Even Olivia agreed that he had fun, but he was so tired he needed to take a nap because he was getting too old. Meanwhile, Inky's the same fucking age. So you and that psycho Ben guy? I never took you for that type. Don't call him that, you skank. You know I love you, girl. I don't mean nothing by it. You found someone too, I see. Yeah, and he's just my type. He plays video games, he doesn't shower, and he moderates online forums. Oh dear fucking god. Inko. Oh, he was one of Trent's assistants at my wedding. It hasn't been that long, honestly. We wish we could have seen him at Trent's services, lent an ear to him and all. Send our regards his way. I may have a request for him soon. We just found out that we're going to have a kid. We definitely need some high-quality photos on that day. Olivia, yes, I know her well. Showed up one day with a whole stack of paintings demanding I put them up right away. She and her boyfriend brought a few paintings on the bought a few peculiar paintings on the spot as well in cash. Turns out they were just going to donate them back permanently, so I gave them a discount. But what a strange couple. Probably Latican's shit. Ah, the park ranger! A human and a Pyronyx. That does ring a bell, yes. They visited the park more than once. What a nice couple. They helped clean up the litter around a few picnic sites. Gives me hope there's still some people like that. I hope they're doing fine. My grandfather as well. While he says he's retired, he still goes out of his way to teach children our family traditions. That old man, I swear he would be enjoying his retirement and step away from the fires. I couldn't imagine a show without him trying to hide in the audience, as if we wouldn't notice him. I just hope he's well enough once we take our show on the road. The Ashtails' next stage is somewhere just beyond the horizon, after all. Welcome, my friend. Are you here for the usual? Well, I've been practicing a new technique. After all, as an artist, must always challenge their skill, so it must a chef showman work to expand their repertoire. Do be mindful, though. You should lean back. My last friend is still missing his eyebrows. Never heard of him. You got the wrong person. Now scram. I'm busy trying to get certified as a real mechanic. I ain't got time to be reminisce about randos and if I know them or not. Maybe I did, a long time ago, but not anymore. Not anymore. And you. Don't you dare show my shit! You motherfucker! I knew. The end. Ending 4 of 4. Ah. It was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. We're not done yet, are we? I need to close the book on this. I need to close the book on this. Oh my God. There's more. July 6th, 2027. As we step out of the theater hall together, the harsh glare from the afternoon sun is only stymied by my prescription glasses. The rest of our group aren't so lucky as I listen to their hisses of pain. We stop just beside the box office poster of the latest work from the production company Olivia and I got to work up for. What do you two think? Olivia and I turned to look at our guests, excited to hear their thoughts. This was the glowing start to our careers, after all. And while we're all only interns now, the studio had promised at least part-time positions for the quality of our work. My girlfriend's hand-painted poster was definitely drawing eyes. As for me, I was in charge of finding the locales for various scenes. This meant I was out in the field taking scenic photos to show directors exactly how certain shots should be framed. That, and I had just started training for actual camera work, too. Well, I thought it was good. Man, that script kind of sucked, huh? Didn't you ask them for their opinions? And the score? And the acting? Basically everything that wasn't advertising and cinematography. Aren't you humble? The movie was fine. Get better standards. I don't want to work on bad movies. I want to work on good ones. That's true. Nobody ever got anywhere by underselling themselves. Should you really be that critical, Liz? You are still selling Olivia's prints, after all. Well, you also do have to start somewhere. Especially, everyone was an amateur once, even you guys. With a loud harumph, Olivia crossed her arms. Well, see if I invite you next time, then. I didn't mean it like that, Olivia. You and Inko did great. The sets looked fantastic, and the locations were really nice, too. Inko, tell her I didn't mean it. Olivia already knows. Even with her head turned away, I can see how her tail is flicking side to side. Well, only one thing left to do. Our Dilo Spino friend motions toward the long and dirty red carpet still sitting in the foyer of the theater. Taking a signal, I slowly push Olivia over it, my partner pretending to wave at the imaginary crowd for the premiere of the film. Finally, we exit the building. Liz is right behind us, holding the door open for Damien as he finishes rolling up the runner he brought from home just for the occasion. You guys have any other plans for today? Yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, sorry but my boss needs me at the studio soon. They want to make sure I remember the script for tomorrow morning's show. I thought you said you ad-libbed everything. Yeah, what do you think they're calling me in again? I can't hide my wince. It's all good. The writers are just butthurt that I can come up with better lines all the time. Liz sighs. I've also got business to attend to. There's a full crate waiting in my office that I need to process, and Lunera asked me to set some aside, and then there's a historical foundation whose order is missing, and... Breathe, Sunflower. Damien's hand rubs her back soothingly, making her head droop slightly. Right, sorry. It's fine. You already received my newest set, though, right? Yes, and there's already a queue of buyers. You're really starting to take off. Because you're a good saleswoman. They smile at one another. Do you two need a ride? Olivia shakes her head in the negative. We'll be good, Liz. In that case, we'll see you two later. Bye, Olivia. Bye, Inko. Swing by my office sometime. We'll do brunch. Sounds like a plan. Oh, and Inko. I receive a silent message with a nod. My fingers brush over my pocket and Damien nods. He smiles in recognition, both of us grinning as our girlfriends look confused. He waves goodbye, we go our separate ways. Our oldest friends heading towards the parking lot while we veer down the sidewalk. Traveling down the worn pavement of Volcadera Bluffs, Olivia and I reminisce. Pointed at how much or how little the city has changed around us, we wander aimlessly down memory lane. Though as we wander, I know there's a destination I'm particularly heading for. Carefully, I weave our path to my end goal, hearing the tiniest of gasps from my girlfriend when she sees the familiar watery feature. Entering the park from so long ago, Olivia can only smile and take in how it all looks exactly the same. Even the stairs upward, though this time I'm more capable of carrying her up. I've recently got into a bit of farming as well. I got a little garden going. It's tough work, but the fresh fruit is well worth it. Been considering documenting my progress and posting it online. Maybe some of my other findings. Turns out self-sustainability makes you a lot more in tune with the world you live in. I ease her down gently on the ledge of the fountain, her tails tip tracing over the water's surface slowly. Wow, I can't believe it's still here. Yep, brings back a lot of old memories. Just for a moment, the park is all white and the air is cold, and a younger Olivia is sitting beside me, and with a blink, I'm back to the present. Though Olivia seems to be still in that moment as she stares wistfully at the water pouring down the fountainhead. Time passes as I simply stand beside her, listening to the trickle of water splash down. Finally, I feel her clawed fingers take a hold of my hand, the scales of her palm meeting the skin of mine. She's finally come back. A heavy, shuddering breath passes through her lips. Welcome back. She rolls her eyes and snorts derisively, but her fingers tighten around my palm. Feels like a lifetime ago now, doesn't it? Yeah. But I still remember it perfectly, right down to our lousy wishes. She turns herself fully to me. I think they were good wishes. They came true after all. She looks back at the fountain. Yeah, they did. That was a pretty wild day, huh? Real bittersweet. Yeah. We were pretty dumb back then. At least I was, trying to jump up here. And then I helped you the rest of the way, yeah. It's a good kind of stupid. Miss Scaler got a hold of me the other day. She wants me to be an alumni speaker. Back in the same classroom, even. I'll stand where he stood. You gonna do it? I think I will. I want to pass on to others what he passed on to me. In a way, it all started here. It was. Those were some pretty lucky wishes. I want to test it. I quirk an eyebrow at her. I'm saying we should do it again. Alright then. With my free hand, I reach into my pocket. Oops, wrong one. Only thing in that pocket that isn't a coin. I have to draw away my other hand so I can check my last pocket, and come up with only a single silver quarter. Well, you want to have the wish? She chews her lip in thought. What if we flip it and wish? Like sharing? Yeah, like sharing. Together then. Olivia nods, once more taking my hand. The coin is balanced on my finger, and her thumb is primed to flick it. On 3, 2, 1. Despite the awkwardness, Olivia manages to flip the coin perfectly into the well. I make my wish, curling my hand around hers. Although it sort of forms into a prayer by the end, it's an important one. Well, what'd you wish for, looking all intense like that? You go first. Olivia's hand leaves mine once more as she clenches her fingers together on her lap. To be as good as a teacher as he was, and to be able to bring out the most in those around me. You've already done so much with me. You're making me blush. Cut it out. Okay, what was yours? My wish. Figured that was coming. Oh my god, she dove on him. She dove on him! That was cute. Oh, and now the background of the actual menu gets changed. Ah, it's so fucking adorable. All right, everybody. I apologize. This might be the longest episode of one thing I have ever made that is a straight through. This was a goddamn movie for you guys. And if you made it all the way through it and didn't get tired of my voice, you guys are fucking troopers. I applaud you. Good job. And thank you for watching all the way through. I really do fucking appreciate the hell out of that, because it makes me really want to just keep doing stuff like this. So, that was I Want to Hug That Gator. Fully. Every ending, even the little bonus bit at the end, completely, that was it. There is no more I Want to Hug That Gator. And if I would have known that this was going to take me this long, I would have started at the beginning of Lovefest. Because now, we are sitting at the ending of March. Love Fest started in February. The 1st of February was when Love Fest started, and I started this game in the last week of February. It has taken me almost a full month of episodes to read through this. I think I've spent 26 hours of my life reading through this story. It was worth it. I'm not mad. And everyone seemed to really like this one and, like, appreciated it. And so it made it worth it. But, holy fucking shit! I would have never guessed in 1,000 years that I'd be reading through a story about a paraplegic dinosaur that we eventually fall in love with. And that really did pull a lot out of me. The scene with her dancing alone, that made all that effort worth it. That pulled a lot out of me. So I don't know what to do next. It's strange to know that it's over. I feel like I've been attached to this for so long. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed I Wani Hug That Gator. If you guys are simply just here because you really like visual art or visual novels, and you have suggestions on ones you want me to do next, I'm probably going to ease back into my normal content. I don't normally do visual novels, but if it's something funny, like I've seen a couple since I've started playing this one that have been recommended to me, if you guys want to see more visual novel-y type things, I will absolutely do that. But I need to hear your voices on that, because otherwise I'm going to slink back into what I know. And what I know is gameplay and a lot of questionable activities. So, I loved this. I thank you for being a part of it. I thank you for watching it. And please, 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 share this one. Not even my playthrough. Just share this experience with somebody, because I really did appreciate it. I'm not going to say it changed me or anything, because I don't think that's it, but it was good, and it's worth sharing, and that's good enough on its own. Thank you guys so much for watching I Wani Hug That Gator. Please tell me what you thought about this series down in the comments below, and I will see all you know bros later. Peace for now. Bye!